beast.
Oh man.
Is
that Berke?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Can you hear me?
So, quick question for you guys. I have to ask: is it okay to have you guys on stream and on Twitch and on YouTube
Oh yeah,
and all that good
absolutely.
stuff? Okay.
Dude, I'm such
Yes.
an attention.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Consent.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you, jerks. I was talking to the
Hey.
players.
Whoa.
I mean,
Now I no longer
I'm my
consent.
friends.
Muy agresivo.
Okay,
I have to
so
shuffle a
you
little bit.
are, and I don't know your name. I'm sorry,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was your name again? I know
I'm Kory.
Kory?
Hey, nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
And how do you spell
Berke,
your
Kory's
last
gas.
Berke. I even had to think about that for a second.
Is this a
name?
Jack
That's not a
Haddon?
false name, is it?
No, it's...
No,
still-
Andrew Berke is
Everyone
his
calls me Berke, though.
is his real name.
Okay, we have confirmation that that's your real name. And Eric, how do you spell your last name?
It's kind of like we're playing...
And you guys are good to go.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, great. Let's see. How many we got 10 viewers. Hi, viewers. Thank you for joining us. How do I see the chat?
Oh, there's a delay too, so you can't say nothing about what
Swiggity.
I'm watching.
Yeah, sure.
Spiggity spoody. Can we get that?
Huh?
I want to see the Twitch chat. I want to see if
Ooh.
the cappers get thrown out.
We got an Eric Copenhaver.
Clickety.
So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my mic down, guys. Oh yeah, I haven't introduced you to Firebaugh. He's a good friend of mine up from the Baltimore area.
How's it going?
A big bug delver, or I'm sorry, bug. I guess bug player in general, but also resident nice guy. And I don't know if Firebaugh, if you've met Harlan or Patrick before, but also equally nice guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and clam up and let you guys take it from here.
Do you know what Andrew's playing?
I do not.
Okay.
Alright, good luck, buddy, as always. Just kidding, I hope you more. Probably still...
Well, I'm not a big Dredge player,
And again, I am like the worst.
but we'll see.
I definitely love Dredge, and I hate it. I think it was just I played it at the last New Jersey Invitational at that Legacy, the Legacy event that Saturday.
You actually played Eric Copenhaver's deck, didn't you?
Yeah, I played his full
His
75.
carbon
but
copy.
it leaves from I think Kory got it wrong, and it looks like Eric is on.
Sorry, I forgot to mention. I forgot to share the screen. I just shared it for you guys.
Oh, great.
And yeah, Firebaugh, if you don't know, I actually, on Skype here, I screen share the stream as I capture it, so you can watch it without lag.
I assumed that's what you would do, but thank you for.
Real time.
Wow.
It might not be a job. I don't know.
No, it's,
I'm not an expert.
How do I? I can't really see it. How do I? I'm. Oh wait, never mind. We're good.
I don't have much experience playing against Legacy Dredge. I've mostly played against it in Vintage, where it's much scarier. But
I don't believe Eric is on Dredge. However, it looks like he's on Death and Taxes from what I've
View
seen.
range, I
Okay.
can only see about 2 dice in on both sides, so just keep that in mind when you have your
Two
grade.
dice in? Like
Yeah, like I can't see here,
Okay, gotcha.
is all.
So, things should be like...
In-ish. Like, if it's like, if your graveyard's like halfway in here, it's fine. It's just, if you put stuff over here, we're not going to see it.
Oh, I understand, yeah.
Hey, Kory, your mic's not muted.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's
Free
right.
broadcast
I
stream
muted it to
bugs.
talk to you guys.
Vial?
oh, yeah, that's definitely not Dredge.
I
it
don't know,
looks like-
man. Stinkweed M's so much better when you can just cheat it and play.
The new tech.
You heard it here first.
Oh no, they're just backwards.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
there we go.
Yeah,
there we
I
go.
forgot
That-
Copenhaver actually just got that sweatshirt for Christmas. Now that I remember it.
Okay, yeah, it's good to see Copenhaver getting with a new sweatshirt instead of that
Yeah, there is no blown out elbow yet.
yet.
Can confirm.
No. We want to be very clear that probably sometime soon we will be seeing some blown out elbows. But okay, so it looks like Andrew is on Death and Taxes, and Eric is on his classic Dredge. I have played Eric's 75 before, and it was definitely a ton of fun. Dredge is such a explosive explosive deck. And it looked
Certainly
like
is nice when you get to play with your graveyard as your hand as well. Lets you do some busted things. We got the pretty classic turn 1 Aether Vial, turn 2 Thalia start from Andrew.
Yeah, Thalia's definitely it can be a
Thalia-
problem card for Dredge, but it looks
Eric has
like
a lot of mana with the LED.
yeah, that's gonna mitigate any problems that he's gonna be having.
And he
Ooh.
has Coliseum.
This is not good.
Andrew's
We get a-
probably dead this turn.
Double Golgari, that's pretty good.
So, for the people out there, you guys get to see Dredge firing on all 4 cylinders. For those of you who don't know, Dredge is it's a mechanic from the old Ravnica block, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the Golgari keyword, I guess, where when these cards are in your graveyard, and if you were to draw a card, you can use a replacement effect to just put the top X, whatever the number of dredges, into your graveyard instead of drawing that card, and then that dredge card goes to your hand. And throughout Magic's history, there's definitely some mechanics that can be. There's definitely some cards that can really abuse this mechanic. Things like Dread Return,
Bridge from Below.
We get to experience the beauty that is commentating Dredge.
It's hard for me to see what's in its graveyard.
Yeah, this is
does the
actually
only hit-
notorious for being the worst deck to commentate on. Because you
I
can't
can really
tell.
see one bridge.
Yeah,
I think.
you can't really tell what is where, what is actually in the graveyard. It's hard to explain the mechanics in the deck because there's a lot of interactions and a lot of there's a lot of moving parts. And the games end pretty quickly. So
So
it looks like Eric bricked off on any did he crack his LED?
he did. I think he was trying to flash back a Faithless Looting, but the Thalia made
Stopped
that not possible.
Oh, okay.
But I still
it
like
looks like
Eric's
he
position a
bricked
lot.
on any Dread Return or Cabal therapies then.
Ooh. That's not great, but I mean he's going to be dredging 6 every turn.
Yeah,
He
he's
does
also
have-
just going to be attacking for 4 in the air every turn.
Yeah,
so.
he has 3 Narcomoebas, or 4 Narcomoebas, which is not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
So, ooh, we got some tricks from Andrew's side. Activating that Aether Vial, putting in another Thalia into play. Ooh, so this is going to be able to nuke Eric's
get rid of the
bridge
bridges.
from below's.
We got a game, boys.
There was
That is a very nice play.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
very heads up. And he's going to be able to cut off the mana confluence, so he's not going to be able to flash back anything for the rest of the game unless he just takes natural draw steps.
I definitely don't think Eric will be doing that anytime soon. He wants to be hitting his not his Narcomoebas, his
Yeah, I think
Icarus.
Berkshires going to win this game.
Does the Legacy Dredge version run the land that you can sacrifice to get a land back from your graveyard?
No,
I
it does not.
don't believe so.
Okay.
No, they only play. The only non-5 color land is Cephalid Coliseum.
Okay.
They just play all mana sources.
Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Legacy version.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Berk's just gonna pull way ahead in this game.
Dude, it's definitely gonna take Eric some really good dredges this turn.
Well, even no matter what he hits, he's not gonna be able to flash back.
Yeah, but if he
because of
hits
the
some,
Thalia.
but still
like, he
getting
can't-
some Putrid Imps or not Putrid Imps, Icarids.
Icarids
the
come
yards.
back during the upkeep of next turn.
Yeah,
Is the problem? He's not. I don't think he's going to be able to race the Thalia with the GT on it. That's going to happen in 2 turns.
yeah, we'll see.
Well, the other important thing about the GT is that once he gets counters on it, he can stop any bridges that Eric gets because he'll be able to kill his own Stoneforge Mystic.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's definitely on Eric here to get some really good dredging going. I feel like the best way to do it is flip over the last 2 bridges and dread return. I can't remember Eric's exact list, but I don't think he's playing anything like a Flamekin Zealot, so his only dread returns are going to be big Golgari Grave Trolls.
Yep. Well, he's not going to be able to flash back a
Oh yeah, that's right.
dread
because
return
of
this
Thalia.
game because of the Thalia. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Thalia has him pretty well locked out for the rest of the game. He pretty much just needed to hit bridge this turn, which it kind of looks like he hit one. I think it's one under the breakthrough.
Yeah,
There is a third card.
I believe that is a bridge from below.
And Andrew is under a decent amount of pressure here, but again, he's about to get a GT, so...
The GTA and
No,
something
does he have
else
Sarah
with
Avenger? Yep,
Oh,
Sarah
he does.
Avenger.
Well, at least
Yep, it was
Eric will be able to
bridge.
get a zombie out of that. And now we're going to be seeing a GT put into play.
I assume he'll probably equip it to the Sarah Avenger.
Yeah.
And then just... I would just go ahead and nuke one of my... nuke my Stoneforge and just exile the bridge right away.
Yep.
Make it that much harder for him to win.
Looks like there's 2 bridges. Oh, no, never mind. The
No,
Icarus
it's definitely
died.
only one. Yeah, it was the
Yep.
Icarus dying at the end step.
Forgot about that. So is that a wrong count 1?
Wrong count 1.
Well, I mean, it's
Starting the night off right. Oh,
There
wow.
we go.
pretty hard to see what's in there.
Wrong count is 4.
Well,
Just a reminder, the wrong count only goes up. I can probably reset it for tonight, but that's all of the commentators' wrong counts since we invented it last week.
That's fine with me. Then I get to hide my shame, even though I'm sure everybody out there already knows that I'm the main person that'll be upping that number up.
You're not wrong there.
So can we get that wrong count down 1? Is that going to
It
work?
says it only goes up.
No.
You can't be less wrong.
I guess. All right, so we have an upkeep. Icarid exiling the Future Imp and a Dredge 6 with that Golgari Grave Troll. Looks like with that Thalia being in play, this is not a very good dredge for Eric. I saw Cabal I think it's a couple Cabal therapies, and
Yeah, I
that's
think this
about
one's
it.
out of reach for Eric now that there's a Sarah Avenger with the GTA and
Yeah.
counters.
Active GTA makes it quite difficult for Eric to come back from this. Thank you, Justin, for that clarification of the wrong count.
I mean, Justin is the wrong count commissioner.
Is that official? So,
I mean, he's official.
why was I not informed?
I mean,
let me bring up
I don't
chat.
have a good answer for you.
Let's see, can you pop out chat?
I don't know if you... Oh, you might be able to.
You definitely used to be able to. I don't know how to do it now.
Yeah, so if you
There it is, settings.
go on the Twitch page and right in the bottom left-hand corner of the chat, there's the little gear.
Ooh, found it.
That'll be able to let you see the chat like that. We got a whole 29 viewers. Let's see if we can get past up over 100 like we did last week.
Oh man, we're already at 29. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
this is great. Because we got that great coverage team.
We got that nice mediocre coverage team.
Yep. I'm most of the mediocrity there.
I
don't know if
believe
I
Simba.
believe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
I'm sorry, I don't think you can take credit for that one.
Yeah, I don't. He just lost his. Eric just lost his bridge. I don't really see any way out of this for him against the GT.
Yeah, he also isn't attacking for a profit on damage anymore either. He's only dealing 3 damage a turn maximum, and Berke is gaining 4. So, I think this one's
He
out of
has
wraps.
one draw step to come up with something magical, but I don't know what it'd be.
Yeah.
I don't.
So,
yeah,
it looks
they're-
like Eric's gonna be
yeah,
packing
Needs
it
to
all.
see.
Yep. Thank you, Eric, for putting us out of our misery.
Turns out Thalia is a pretty good magic card.
Thalia is a great magic card, and it's one of the few good ones in Berke's deck.
I can't count the number of times I've lost a game to Death and Taxes because I was 1 mana short of something, anything.
Absolutely.
Just get wastelanded, and then you just sit there and stare at the Thalia as you die. Slowly.
Death
Yeah.
and Taxes is definitely one of the best prison style decks, backing it up with a bunch of cheap hate bear creatures. Hello, Mr. Lancy Pants. How are
Oh
you doing?
man, Lancey Pants in the house, the birthday
Ab-
boy himself.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Lance.
Wait, is it Lance's birthday today?
I believe it
Yesterday
was
was his birthday.
Oh shit! I wasn't on. I wasn't very
Oh
in
no!
tune, but
you let
happy
Dave
belated
Gearhart on the
birthday,
internet.
Lance.
We can't have that happen.
We cannot have Dave Gearhart on the internet. It's not a safe place.
The internet
why
does
I
not
keep the
deserve
mic
David
muted.
Gearhart.
So, what does the Dredge sideboard in? Because I know Death and Taxes will bring in Rest in Peace.
Yeah, the
My
Dredge-
guess is Firestorm.
Yep, Firestorm and Nature's Claim, I
and
believe, are
potentially Iona.
Oh, I like that.
I'm not sure on Iona. I know Damon Whitby boards in Iona against Death and Taxes, but I don't know if Eric does.
I believe Eric does. When I played the deck, Eric did have a Iona in the board. I'm pretty sure. So,
That certainly will lock out Death and Taxes.
yep.
Yeah, other than their main deck Croxes, sadly.
Yeah.
They can just put it back in your hand and cast spells.
Well, I guess in that case, Elishnorn would probably be better. But I don't know.
Yeah, if he has an Elishnorn, it's definitely coming in.
Yeah.
You also
Considering that-
want to,
Go
against
ahead.
Death and Taxes, you definitely want to like speed up your Dredge deck, where like we saw the nice grindy like just make a bunch of guys game, and Death and Taxes can overcome that, but it's really hard for them to just like beat a broken Dread Return start because their hit cards all cost 2 mana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, an early Dread Return, getting a couple of zombies on the way is definitely Eric's main game plan here. And Andrew's just going to be trying to bide time until, with things like Thalia, Wasteland, and Port, until he can find one of his hate cards and Rest in Peace. By far one of the best graveyard hate cards printed.
Lance, we can't make fun of a man for having less than 75 sleeves. Can't kick him while he's down. He's already split 2 sleeves tonight.
We're almost at 30 viewers. Thank you guys all for tuning in for the Snapcaster stream. If you haven't already, start Snapcasters
Like the
on
Facebook page and follow the Twitch account.
Absolutely. And if you are feeling generous, we could always use some donations. They all go to just making the stream great. Making the stream great again.
Again,
So, I don't know if you guys play any Modern at all while we have some
Uh,
downtime.
we play Majority Modern, actually.
Yep.
I'm
we're definitely-
mostly a Legacy player. So, what are your thoughts on Eldrazi? briefly.
I
So-
hate it.
Oh, strong. Um, so the Eldrazi deck's a little over the top powerful.
Yeah.
It definitely is close to oppressive. It probably is just oppressive. There's pretty few decks that actually can. I think you have to approach it by being like highly linear and very proactive, and just try and be faster than them. The problem is those decks generally run into the brunt of Chalice of the Void
Yeah.
and get slowed down a lot by that. But I beat it this past weekend at regionals playing Infect, and he played Chalice on one in all 3 games. But
That's just because you are a luck sack, Harlan.
I guess that's fair. I mean, when I'm on the play, Chalice on one isn't even that good.
Yeah.
Like, even if they have Simian Spirit Guide, I've already probably played on Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
And if they haven't, I've already played 2 or 3 1-drops. So
That's pretty much how I see it. I play Kiki chords, so I don't know if I'm fast enough to beat it, but
Yeah, I feel like Kiki Court is one of the decks that will be able to fight the Eldrazi Menace.
I think that's actually one of the better decks in the format that actually just can't beat the deck. So
Really?
yeah, it doesn't do anything. It just like
you dirtle around too much.
yeah, you just like are trying to like grind your opponent a little bit and kill them on like turn 5 or 6, and you're just dead on turn 4 or 5, and like they already disrupted you with Thought Knot Seer.
Wrong count 5. Yeah, I think the idea of an Eldrazi deck is like totally fine. Just having access to so many sources of fast mana, especially with Eye of Ugin, pushes the deck over the top.
Speaking of fast mana,
Fast mana. A totally fair card in Lion's Eye Diamond.
yeah.
And we're off.
Also doubled with Faithless Looting and a bunch of free spells. So we're gonna see one of the more broken Dredge starts here.
Yeah, this looks like it could be the start that he needs. Oh,
Oh, never mind. Is that a Golgari Thug or a Stinkweed Imp?
That is Icarid and Stinkweed Imp.
Okay. I think Eric probably has one of his more powerful sideboard cards, like a Firestorm, and would rather slow Dredge than
2
fly out of the
Narcomoeba
gates.
triggers. That's pretty good. Did he hit a Cabal Therapy? Is that a Cabal Therapy? The glare's pretty bad on that.
Yeah, that is definitely a Cabal Therapy.
That is a Cabal Therapy. That's definitely going to be letting Eric tear apart Andrew's hand while hopefully getting some zombies, but I don't think there's any Bridge from Belows. So we already have a Southwood Coliseum. Yeah, this definitely looks heavily in Eric's favor currently. Just Eric is able to play the long game and grind out, but it looks like Eric's just going to go full steam
Straight
ahead.
into Dredge mode.
Yep. As Eric just vomits cards onto the table. And Berke has 2 permanents. One of which doesn't do anything. Welcome to Legacy, ladies and gentlemen.
Managed to hit 3 Golgari Grave Trolls, so he gets maximum Dredge value as well.
And I see a Dread Return. Now it'll all just depend on how many. And there's also the Faithless
flashback.
Looting.
Yep.
So I can't exactly tell how many, if any, Bridge from Belows have been hit, but I think there's at least... Nope, that's
There's
an
the
LP.
3rd Narcomoeba, so he can flashback Dread Return at least.
There's 3 bridges in the graveyard right now.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
so I'm pretty sure Andrew's just dead in the next turn. Even if Andrew has Rest in Peace, the damage is already done. Eric's going to be able to destroy his hand while getting zombies, and then put... Yep,
and Berke packs it in.
Pack it in.
We do see a Firestorm there in Eric's yard. So we do know
Yep.
he brought those in.
Don't know if I see any nature's claims or any sort of artifact or enchantment hate, but Kory is informing us that he did see some claims. And now we're going to be shuffling out for game 3. It looks like Andrew might be changing his mind on some of his sideboard cards. I see a few changes that he might be making. I'm not sure. Eric seems pretty happy with his configuration, though. Just shuffling up for the next game. Ooh, we're already at 42 viewers. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, man.
Winning game 1 against Dredge is definitely makes this game a lot more in Andrew's favor, because being in the play is getting that turn 2 rest in peace down as fast as possible is definitely where you want to be. As evidenced by that game where Eric just went off and it doesn't even matter if Andrew had rest in peace in hand.
Yeah. Oh no, we're down to 39 viewers. Let's get that back up. Let's get let's try to get
What
50.
happened to all our static? I came to love it.
Nothing like some ambient noise.
Yeah, I feel naked without it.
Do I have static
Oh,
in the background?
and it's back.
Yep.
Hang on 1 second. Let me mute my mic again.
Yep.
No, it's gone.
Oh no.
Baby, come back.
I don't know.
Blame it
I don't know
on-
what's up with my
on
mic.
Simba.
Well, it wasn't my fault.
It's all right. I feel like I'm at home now.
I'll see if I can fix it next time. It's not too bad, is it?
No.
This is
Actually,
definitely
it might affect the stream, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Can you guys hear it in chat? Can you let us know?
If
What's
it's
up?
too bad, I'll just. This is why.
What's going on?
How bad is the static on my mic?
I haven't actually been paying attention, so I haven't heard anything personally.
Well, it looks like Lurks is saying that it does help.
Okay.
So
Well,
we'll deal with it.
Yes,
try to
Lance, I
figure
am.
out- wasn't it?
Professor Top Hat 256. He digs it. Thank you guys for commenting in the chat. Definitely makes our job a little bit easier. If you guys have any questions about the stream or about Magic in general, feel free to ask, and we will answer to the best of our ability. And it looks like we're underway here for Game 3. Dredge versus Death and Taxes. Looks like Andrew's fine with his keep, and Eric is currently in the tank. And he is going to be throwing it back.
Probably means that Andrew has a hate card. Not necessarily though.
Yeah.
It would
I
have
have-
to, right?
I mean,
Like-
I assume you either have Thalia or the rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to take like the perfect hand of Thalia, Aether Vial, Wasteland.
Or maybe something like an Ethersworn Canonist.
Yeah.
Slow him down a little bit.
Or
It has to be something. I don't think Berke will keep kind of do nothing hands in this matchup.
yeah. So do you know Andrew Harlan?
Yeah, he's we have some mutual friends. Gone out to dinner a couple times, stuff like that.
I wish I could read what that said.
Maybe we can get Kory to
Oh, he's
relay
gonna hold it
message
up.
for us. Let's see. I don't know about you guys,
Can't read
but it's a little bit too fuzzy. Oh, it says please pray.
Please pay us.
Oh, yeah. I. That's fine with me. You guys want to?
You're gonna pay him?
Oh, with the
I think he
with
was
the
talking
doctor.
about the Coke ad placement or whatever they were
Yeah.
drinking. Turn 1 Aether Vial. That's where he wants to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
The difference between a good and a great start from Death and Taxes is definitely the presence of Aether Vial.
Looks
Pretty
like
much.
Eric might have Firestorm.
Pretty much every Ether Vial deck is just like so good when they have Vial on turn 1, and just like
Very mediocre without it.
solidly mediocre when they don't have Vial on 1.
Yeah.
Turn
All right,
2
we have Vial
Thalia.
into Thalia. It's a pretty good start. And the old Firestorm, deal 2 damage to you and 2 damage to myself. Yeah, the fun fact about Firestorm is you have to have as
A
many
target for
targets
each.
as you are doing damage.
Hi, Gerhardt. And looks like we have a kind of a slow start here. Or slow dredge.
I believe
how's he-
Eric's supposed
how
to
did
be
he-
16.
How did he draw cards?
He cracked a Coliseum,
Oh. Well, that's definitely going to speed up his start here.
and it looks like he hit a couple Grave Trolls too during the dredging.
Looks like we've resolving all of Coliseum, and now that's going to leave Eric with 3 Narcomoebas.
Professor Top Hat, you can't Firestorm the Thalia because the Firestorm would cost 1 more mana once the Thalia is
Yeah.
in play. He responded to the casting of Thalia to get Dredgers in the yard.
Yeah. He wanted to be able to do exactly what that turn entailed.
So let's see if... Looks like Andrew does not have one of his hate cards yet.
I imagine he would definitely just Windmill Slam, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Dredge for you. They get a lot of cards in their graveyard very quickly.
Absolutely. It's definitely one of the fastest decks in Legacy, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, it's one of the few like actual turn 1 decks.
Yeah.
There's not too many that actually can just turn 1.
I can't really think of any others. I'm sure there is.
I mean,
Well, I mean, there's
some
Belcher.
straws, Storm,
and-
Okay,
and
Belcher. That's what.
Yeah.
Reanimator.
Like I don't consider Sneak and Show just because like they have to attack you on turn 2.
Well, they could conceivably like Emrakul you
Well, like
and something else. I
for
think that's a
instance-
7-card hand.
for
Yeah.
instance, like Sneak and Show one time I saw cast turn 1 Show and Tell, put in Emrakul, and was playing against Elves, and the Elves player put in Dryad Arbor, but just killed them because they didn't actually kill them on turn 1. The opponent just untapped and killed them through the Emrakul.
Ooh, this is an interesting interaction, but I believe it's not going to end up in Andrew's favor. So Eric cracked the Cephalid Coliseum, and in response, Andrew brought in the Spirit of the Labyrinth, making it so that he can't draw more than 1 card per turn. But Dredge
Dredge
is a
is a
replacement effect, so it's going to be able to ignore that Spirit of the Labyrinth.
The technical ruling is there's going to be 2 replacement effects to each time he can draw when he has a card with Dredge in his graveyard, and the active player gets to choose which replacement effect to replace the draw with. So he can choose to Dredge instead of not drawing a card.
Yeah, solid Jackal. Dredge is definitely a fun deck to play, and it's something that I see a lot of people recommend for people that are just getting started because it's kind of easy to pick up. It just takes a lot of practice to get all the mechanics right.
It's not
And if it's
super expensive either, is it?
outside
No,
of the LEDs,
Yeah, the LEDs, and then everything's cheap because Mana Confluence has gone down a lot.
Yeah.
I think Icarid's the next most expensive card, or Cabal Therapy,
maybe Cabal Therapy. But the only problem with that is once you buy a Dredge deck, you're pretty locked into just playing a Dredge deck. It's hard
being the
to...
scum of the earth.
I, I, I don't know. You always need a antagonist, I guess.
You always need a boogeyman.
Yeah, you always need a boogeyman. And
Well, I mean-
I feel like Dredge is one of the least defensive boogeymen.
It's not as big of a boogeyman as it is in like Vintage, where every player dedicates 6 to 8 sideboard slots to be able to beat you.
Yeah.
It's not that impressive. It's still very good though.
Yeah. Dredge, like Affinity in Modern, is one of those decks where if you're worried about losing to it, you can definitely do everything that you can to stop that from happening just by playing a few extra sideboard. There's a few extra sideboard hate cards. Wizards has definitely printed a lot of very good graveyard hate cards. And
There are
absolutely
quite a
Rhino
few.
Coin. Even Scum need to play some Magic, but I would not call Dredge Scum. I think I like it. I think it's cute. I think it's can be a lot of fun for you. Yeah, Professor Top Hat. Dredge to play Dredge well and to do well at events like Eric has done. It definitely takes a lot of time and practice. I definitely think Eric, along with Damon Whitby, are some of the best Dredge players on the East Coast, if not in the U.S. Being able to consistently top 8 and cash legacy tournaments without the deck with the deck not really changing very much, and Wizards printing just more and more effective graveyard hate cards. It really says a lot to how powerful the deck is and how well someone can play it.
It also looks there is a Nature's Claim in his yard, so he did also bring in those.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Yeah, but Nature's Claim is when I was talking to Eric about playing the deck, he said Nature's Claim, no matter the matchup, you're always bringing in at least 2 copies, just because.
You assume they have at least Draft Digger's Cage, Ice?
Yeah, just there's so many hate cards that stop you from winning, even unless you are 100% sure, and it's something like Reanimator or Storm. I guess they can't really play any graveyard hate, so that's like the only scenario in which you wouldn't be bringing in Nature's Claim.
Yeah, it's kind of like lands. You always board in at least 2 Crows and Grips just to cover your bases.
The card name, by the way, with Cabal Therapy was Flicker Wisp.
All right.
Looks like we got an attack for 4. Andrew's gonna block, and I believe we'll see some more, or just one more zombie.
Only
so
one
there's
bridge.
only one bridge.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's definitely some of the problems with Dredge. Sometimes you just don't see any of the appropriate cards. Sometimes just all your bridge from belows can be in the last 4 cards of your library, and you're never really able to get off the ground. But if any deck can fight through that, it would be Dredge.
Did Andrew attack with the Avenger, or did he decline to attack at all?
He probably didn't. Just no, I guess Eric didn't have any blockers, so I'm not sure. I don't know exactly if it's gonna end up mattering. Eric's at a healthy 18 life, and he's got a pretty stock graveyard.
Yeah, I think he's kind of committed to this game being a little bit over.
Yeah, basically
Without
it's just
him
draw.
having a real hate card like Rest in Peace, it's really hard for the Death and Taxes deck to keep up.
Just
Draw,
hit
rest in peace, or
2
bust.
bridges.
Ooh, This is not good.
That's
Was
a
there
good dredge.
Yeah,
There's a dredge return.
and it looks like we're going to be getting a giant grave troll along with 6 more zombies. Some number of zombies.
9 zombies. He has
Oh,
3 bridges now.
whoops. Yeah. Even if so, it looks like this is all but done for Andrew here. I don't believe Death and Taxes plays anything like an engineered explosives, and even currently, unfortunately, he wouldn't be able to play it for 0.
One
Yes,
one thing
nothing
that's worth
like
pointing out
wasteland.
here is when you dread return Golgari Charm, or I'm sorry, Golgari Grave Troll, he actually counts himself. He sees himself interplay from the graveyard.
You were at how much?
I was just about to mention that.
So was I. We were all thinking that.
I was not. That is something I completely missed.
Can we count that as a wrong count?
Absolutely not. I'm
It's
gonna.
not technically a wrong count. I'm the judges. Judges say no. Sorry, guys.
All right, thank you, judges.
Damn. It's all right. You'll earn them in due time.
And so
And this rest in peace is going to be way too late.
just a little
And
bit.
He's passing the rest in peace. I think we're probably going for a ratchet bomb if he has it.
Ratchet Bomb would be a very good card right now. Then he only has to beat a 8/8 Grave Troll, which isn't too hard. I mean, just a Swords and
only all
Plowshare is gonna.
He's used 2 swords though, because he's exiled 2 Icarids. So
So it
that
looks like
makes
we
it
have.
slightly more difficult.
Yeah, looks like we have word in from our wrong count commissioner. It's just a Simba misplay, not a wrong count.
Also, as far as beating just a Grave Troll, he has Thalia Caracas, so he can bounce it or block it and bounces Thalia every turn.
Yeah. So
For the
Andrew
low
will
cost
give
of
a-
3 mana every single turn.
Well, with the Sarah Avenger, well, he actually has his Aether Vials on 2, so he can just put it right back into play.
Oh, yeah?
So is that a Harlan
better.
misplay or a wrong count for Harlan?
It's
No,
certainly
he's
not
correct.
a wrong count.
He
I'd
could
give
do
it
it for 3
a
mana.
Harlan minorly less good line.
I don't know. So
It's
Pat Trunken Hat 7.
I believe it's one of my coworkers.
Oh, nice. What's up, Pat Trunken Hat 7? How is working with Harlan every day?
Absolutely miserable.
That's what I was gonna wager a guess at.
so it looks like he bounced his Thalia to be able to play and equip the Jite.
This is. I don't know how this is gonna work out for him. I mean,
I do not think he can survive the zombie onslaught.
yeah, it looks like.
So we got 11 zombies. So 22. He can gain 8, go to 22. He has to block the Grave Troll. He can block 1 zombie or the Icarid. I think he can live at 2 or 1. I just guessing. I could be wrong though. I didn't really do the math. I just guessed.
Yep, we'll see shortly. I don't think I'm smart enough to do all that math, so my philosophy is just turn all your creatures sideways. And
Actually,
see-
no, he won't be able to because the GT won't have
where you are
triggered,
now.
so he can't gain the extra 4 life. So that doesn't even help.
Even with the GTA gain 4, he would still go to -4.
Yeah,
Or negative
that was
2, actually.
wrong, by the way.
But
And it looks like Andrew's seen the writing on the wall. And yep, that's going to be the game. Hopefully we'll be able to maybe get game 3 of another match. See who else is there. Do we know how many people are here at Curio this weekend? Or this weekday?
and no Kory. My guess is probably like 23.
That's a very specific guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm a
Um,
gambling man.
All right, I'll take the under.
They're gonna show us
Warm
how
up
they
the
board
wrong
face
count.
up, by the way.
Okay. How many people are there, Kory?
50, I think.
Whoa.
Whoa.
48.
All right. Yep. Definitely
That's a
up that wrong count for me, Kory.
Oh no, this is
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. See if there's another match we can get on. We are under 10 minutes though, so I can't guarantee anything. I'm gonna be
problem.
right back.
No, Lance, I didn't. What was your offer?
$48 people here at Curio. That is
That is a lot.
that is a great number, even for Curio.
It is actually maximum capacity, from what I remember about Curio Cavern.
I don't think
Oh.
I've ever been to Curio Cavern.
Well, you
Curio
should-
Cavern's great.
It's
There's no
close,
EDH
but
players.
I usually draft on Wednesdays, so
Well, next week you should come on down, jam some Legacy, and we can maybe get you on camera.
yeah, I have one feature match, but it's me playing against Lands, which is a terrible matchup for Shardless, so I just got
Okay.
crushed.
It is not a good one.
Yeah.
Oh man, we could have Lancy Pants in the booth.
Ooh,
Lance
Let's
and I
make
could
that
just
happen.
get drunk and do the stream.
yeah. I
That
mean,
That could definitely
already-
be potential.
I'm already drinking, so
So unfortunately, we do not have another feature match for us right now. There's 2 games left.
that's fine.
Actually, looks like one's just finishing up.
That
Okay.
was the IQ
Well,
where I got 9th out of
this is a perfect time for any of you guys out there in the chat. If you have any questions for us here, feel free to ask. Ooh, we're at 46 people. Let's see if we can get up to 50 by the time the next round hits. So if you guys want to share us on Facebook, share us on Twitter, share us on any of your social networking sites, that'd be great. We'd really appreciate it.
Dude, bring us back. Bring MySpace back.
Do it.
That's never gonna happen.
Dude, bring it back. We can do it.
Let's get Tom watching. I'm sure he could be interested. If
Oh
you
man,
guys have-
Neto's in the chat. This is gas.
Fantastic. Let's get some more people following. We can do some shout outs. You guys donate or follow us, we can give you guys some shout outs or whatever. Yep, this is Pat Drunken Hat. This is in Springfield.
Oh,
But I
man.
do
I just realized who that is. It's Legacy expert Wilson Hunter.
I have no idea who that is. But I definitely I don't know. So Mr. Lansing Pants is asking us what our thoughts on Storm Chaser Mage are. In Legacy, I'm not entirely sure. 2 mana is a lot in Legacy. So
I think
it could be there. It could go in like an aggressive blue-red Delver.
the fact that
Type
it
strategy.
flies makes it better against Tarmogoyf, but the fact that it costs 2 mana, like you said, is a lot.
Yeah.
I think the card's probably pretty miserable, but Ely Cassis would probably beat the crap out of me with it every single game. So,
I can definitely
pretty sure the
believe that.
card's not that good, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
that
it
is
in-
true, though. It does have 3 toughness, which is good against Loam, like Kory said.
I mean, I don't know. Sorry, Kory, but I don't think Aggro Loam is a particularly
Fire up the wrong
prevalent
count.
archetype.
What,
I definitely don't think
what am I
we-
wrong counting?
I'm saying Loam is not a super prevalent archetype right now.
What?
Yeah,
Dude,
you're insane.
I don't know if you can see my fist on the stream, but I wish I could do something with it. But you guys, you're lucky you're commentating remote. Is all I can say.
I wasn't saying anything
No,
bad about Aggro
I said
Loam.
fire up the wrong count.
I'm just saying not a lot of people are playing it right now.
It is more popular than it ever has been.
I don't know. So, like,
how much is-
people
what
are
is that-
playing
what
it?
is that
So
really
does that mean
saying?
Kory and one other person play Aggro Loam?
Yeah.
The deck tech game. Oh, that's a great idea, Lance. Who should we do the deck tech with? Your call, brother.
Sean Park.
Sean Park is not in the building.
Get Sean Park.
Kemper.
Kemper is also not in the building. Why are they not here? What are they doing?
Is,
If they're
is
watching
Chris
the stream,
Minor
Well,
you
we
guys
all,
should be
we
here.
all know what they're doing, but
Ooh.
Is Chris Minor here? He always has interesting brew.
Why am I getting
yeah, we need
turned
more
on?
Siege Rhino on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I think someone might be playing that.
Is it a tall, goofy guy?
I saw Jack had he was on the colors. I don't know if he's playing it, but I saw two Kasali Pride Mage in play when I walked over there, and was like, oh, okay.
So do we have any? Do you have any combo decks? I feel like maybe doing a combo deck could be fun.
What do you guys think about Enchantress?
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Why not?
We can do that.
Fine with that.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let Kihara know so he can let him know next round.
I've played against Paul's Enchantress several times. It's about the only experience I have playing against the deck.
Yeah, played against it a couple times. I remember I played it in Worcester at the Legacy Open there, and I know one of the local Fredericksburg people, Eric Goss, will sometimes play it. It's definitely a very interesting deck. And there's some interesting cards you can play, like Eidolon of Blossoms. Doesn't really get to see too much love in Legacy, but slots right pretty perfectly in Enchantress.
Oh man,
Ooh.
Alex Magelson is eligible for Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yep, he hit
What?
the pro point threshold.
Fantastic. Affinity expert Alex
That's gas.
Magelson. Affinity expert and also a wonderful werewolf host, I guess. What would be the right word?
Game Master?
Game master, sure.
Game master.
Yep.
Yes, CM Terp. I believe it is 150.
Hey, Turn One Lackey, I remember you from last week. Thank you for tuning in again. Lifetime 1-0 against Alex. That's great. Just don't play him again, Justin. It's important to keep that record intact. That's why I'm never going to play Harlan in the Rug Delver Mirror ever again.
How about the Bug Delver Mirror? Let's relive that one.
Lost cause. Lost cause. Let's focus on Rug Delver, where I'm leading you 3-2. That's more important. And
3-2 in games.
yeah, whatever.
Not
That's
even
fine.
in matches.
That's fine.
Aren't I like 5 or 7-0 in Bug Delver Mirrors in matches played?
I definitely don't think we've played 5 matches. I
believe
can
we have.
remember 3 at most.
I don't know, personally I like the Bug Delver matchup on my end, playing Shardless.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
you're playing
just,
a Shardless is pretty good against any Delver deck.
yeah, and you're just like a bigger and more early version in that
I
matchup.
can play the
right?
long game.
Yeah. Ancestral Visions definitely helps you with that long game.
Baleful Strix is broken against Bug Delver.
Yeah.
It is actually just broken.
That's one of the few decks I think that I actually like leave it in against.
Yeah.
Usually that's like one of the first cards I cut because it just doesn't do anything.
Yep. Bug
Love
Delver
me.
doesn't even have a reasonable tool of getting around it.
I mean, they can Abrupt Decay it, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
they have 2 mana. Yeah.
Then
Like
they're
at
not.
least Rug Delver gets something like Spell Snare or Grim Lavamancer, or like can actually like fight over it on the stack. Maybe they have Red Elemental Blast, but no. Bug Delver just has to get 2 for 1 every time.
I don't know if anybody's playing Aggro Eldrazi Patron, but that I would like to see it also become the Eldrazi Menace in Legacy. Just because that'd be something different.
The only long game going is on Harlan's hair. Great quote. Great quote from what I believe is Neto
Yep.
Shantai. Yeah. Well, Eldrazi aggro is definitely something that I think could definitely be seen more play. Just in Legacy, you get access to 8 more soul land effects, which is just what that deck wants.
Yeah, then you don't have to play any bad lands.
Yeah. Just mono soul lands.
Mono soul land aggro.
It's pretty strong. So, what were you playing, Rhino Coin, that allowed you to crush the Eldrazi Menace? Definitely feel like Eldrazi could have some problems with some of the quick combo decks if they don't have a Chalice of the Void.
All right, I'm interested to see it when you guys come up with it. I'm currently debating on whether or not I want to subject myself to attempting to align some Hedrons next week in Legacy.
Oh man.
I
Ooh,
feel
it-
like I'll probably 0-3, but if I just want to get one person one time, like that's the goal for the deck.
Yeah, that's all you need. You just need one good story out of the event. Yeah. Okay, so you're playing Jeskai Delver. 3 Wastelands is definitely going to be good against Eldrazi. Ooh, we've broken the 50 viewer mark. Thank you
Oh man.
so much, guys, for tuning in. Ooh, and we broke.
Crowd sure
50
does love
by-
Simba.
There we go. It's all
Before
it's
round
all
2. That's pretty good.
All right, let's keep that up. We got 100 viewers last week.
Let's see if I can get to 150 this week.
Ooh,
That seems
150.
reasonable.
That's bold. I was thinking like 125,
Oh,
but you know what?
why do you shoot so low?
I know that's probably why I'm so.
Gotta aim high, man.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you have to have realistic standards when you're a Simba living in the world.
Wow, I definitely thought you were gonna
I mean-
go
Poli-sci on that one?
back. Yeah,
I faked you out.
keep me on my
I
toes.
mean, you
that's
guys losing by 21%. I figured I'd not kick you while you were down.
That's fine. We got the rest of the country, but we're not gonna politics and Snapcasters. Let's keep it back towards Magic. Or
So quick
Something
update
else.
for you guys. Enchantress lost this round, so unfortunately I have
that hasn't
no
stopped
idea.
us from doing deck tech before.
Oh, deck tech? I
That-
thought you
no,
guys wanted to see it next
I
round.
refuse the 01 deck tech.
Okay, we got a veto.
Okay, vetoed.
What are other options?
We have standards here at Snapcasters. We loosely
Speak
hold
for
to them,
yourself,
too.
Oh, so Drix's bench. That's Dan Samavia. If you guys were viewing it yesterday, you got to see his John de Delver deck last week. He was playing against Food Chain, or no, Alurin.
Alurin.
Yep.
We did not get to see Food Chain last week. Food Chain's sweet.
Is there a Food Chain deck out there for us, Kory?
There is no way there's a Food Chain deck.
I did not see a food chain deck.
Is Larry there? Larry would have one. Might have one.
Oh,
if he's
I
there.
don't think Larry's ever been down here.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he would.
Yeah, Larry lives on the north side of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite the trek for him.
Yep,
Yeah, I
definitely get well soon, Dan.
Wait, Ubermensch
Hopefully.
is Dan? Oh god, I'm a moron. Duh. Good god, who else could it be?
Ooh, thank you, Shantai, for tweeting and Facebooking. We definitely appreciate it.
There's certainly a thread on the source about the Eldrazi aggro deck.
Yeah.
It's certainly worth skipping towards the end of the thread currently because the thread started before the Pro Tour.
So, did someone
Yeah.
link my video? Because I posted it. I posted it Monday or Tuesday on YouTube, and it's like by far
yeah.
my most
No,
popular video.
Yeah, Paul. They posted Paul's deck list or deck tech on the thread.
Paul
on the
and
source
Michael's,
thread.
right? It was the one we did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. Paul was on it too, right?
Yeah. It was like a group like
Yeah.
deck tech
be right back.
between them.
Yeah. Yeah, that got posted to the source thread.
Okay, that explains it, because I couldn't figure out where the hell we were getting the views from. I was like, none of my videos are this popular. What the hell?
Dude, I'm just gonna start doing that with everything. Just troll the source with Snapcaster deck text.
So that's what I'm like hoping to do. Like, I'll probably start posting these videos and stuff to Reddit, because I interact on Reddit a bunch, and it's super convenient for me to post there. But I'm also talking with some guys. We're working on a way to get the videos to, like, when I type in the description, like, what the matches are and what the timestamps are, I'm trying to find a way to have it automatically pull that and send it to a site. So, if you were inclined, like, you could, like, look up a deck like Rug Delver, and it would show you all of the timestamps of all my videos where Rug Delver's featured.
That would be
that's sweet.
very nice.
Yeah, I'm working on that
Yeah,
right
that'd be
now.
awesome.
It's kind of tricky, but we're working on that with Metamox.com. We're trying to find a way to do that. We're experimenting with it.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, Wilson, I actually think Trinisphere is pretty bad in the Eldrazi aggro legacy decks, just because it turns Ivugan into a do-nothing. Because I reduces their cost below 3, and then it goes back to 3.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty bad. It just makes I do nothing.
So, Harlan, you were talking about Thorns, right? Thorn of Amethyst? That would
Yeah, Thorn's
maybe
pretty sweet.
Thorn could be a potential swap for that card. And it looks like we got the second round coming up.
Oh, could you hear Gearheart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who you have, or are you gonna go find out right now?
I know one of the players. I don't know what who the other one's going to be.
Okay. Do we know what deck list or what deck he's on?
Here, give me 1 second.
All right, no problem. Do we have Eric again? No, that can't be right.
He's editing it right now.
So is it? I guess I have to ask you guys: is it okay to have you both on stream and be on on Twitch and YouTube? Okay.
Looks like
So Shannon, what's your last name?
Hensley, Hensley.
so. It looks like we got Shannon Hensley, a regular here at Curio. Don't really know what she's playing right now, but I definitely remember she has played Enchantress before. And we got Woodrow something on the other end. Let's see what matchup we have here. Woodrow, McClure. 10-0 against Grixis Delver. That seems quite good, Petron. Rug Delver for Shannon is what we currently, is what Justin is recommending. And I'm sure if that turns out, yep, it looks like we do have Rug Delver, and Woodrow can't remember. Let's see who that is. Harlan, I guess we'll have some great comments from you, since you've been playing a lot of Rug Delver recently.
Yeah, Rug Delver's sweet.
Yep, definitely one of the pillars of the format, I'd say.
It can certainly looks to play a bit of the Mana Denial game.
Yep. It's definitely a fun deck to watch. There's a lot of very interesting lines you can take, and a lot of the times a victory will depend on one particular turn if you decide to spell or stifle something or something like that. There's definitely Rugged Over is definitely, I feel like, something that wins on the margins.
Although, okay, it looks like Woodrow's playing Miracles, which unfortunately for Rugged Over plays mini basics.
Yeah. But, I mean, this
Yeah,
still... What? Before you saying, Harlan?
This matchup's fairly hard from the Rugged Over side. It's pretty close, and it feels very player dependent or play dependent.
Yeah.
But countertop's kind of a KO. You can usually still win through it if you have like a mongoose in play specifically. But anything else, it's pretty much a KO. It's a lot about fighting over Terminus and keeping your threats in play.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ban top. I agree with you. Phlogiston? I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh yeah, top
Phlogiston?
is completely fine in the
Phlogiston?
format.
Something like that, I don't know.
Yep. I definitely... Miracles is the deck that I enjoy to play a lot. It's always fun. I like playing a lot of basics. I like being able to play Rest in Peace on my sideboard. Fantastic.
Looks like both players are keeping.
Yep, and we got a Polluted Delta and a pass. Let's see, it looks like we see a Daze. A couple of lands on Shannon's side.
Woodrow had a couple of forces, it looked like.
Yep. Force Brainstorm, Snapcaster. And I think 2 other lands.
Looks like he had a Flooded Strand and I think a Tundra.
Yep. Oh, sorry, Lance. I definitely have a different definition of fun than most people. I love me some Miracles. I love watching some Miracles mirrors. I think those are great fun. And looks like we have a Nimble Mongoose from Shannon. And Harlan, you were saying this is Rugged Over's best threat against Miracles?
Oh yeah, by far. The other threats are very soft to Sword Splashers, which is the biggest problem. Terminus isn't that bad just because you can stifle the Miracle trigger before they cast it.
Yep.
And that's really their only way to deal with Nimble Mongoose unless they have a Supreme Verdict in the main, which will get you all the time because it's very hard to play around.
Yep. So it looks like is this end of turn Brainstorm from Woodrow? And it looks like Shannon is not going to be dazing that. I feel like that would be a prime target to daze. I guess she wants to save it for something more important, maybe like a turn 2 counterbalance or something like that. Which I believe Woodrow did find, along with some sort of white card. Can't really tell what that is. Yeah, 40-minute games are the best. You're paying money to play these rounds, so I feel like you should make the most of it. Play every single minute. Go to turns. Great fun.
Woodrow definitely playing around Days by just casting Ponder.
Yep, and it looks like he also found a Terminus along with and a Lighten Tutor. That's definitely a spicy card that we don't see in many Miracles lists. So this might mean he's on something like main deck Rest in Peace and Helm of Obedience. I like that a lot.
Oh,
it's always
actually, I think I've played against this player before. Now that I think about it, in a Legacy IQ at Curio, actually. When I played against him, he had 4 main deck Rest in Peace and multiple Helm of Obedience in his main deck.
A man after my own heart.
Yeah, which
I love.
Oddly enough, I think them having main deck Rest in Peace makes the matchup easier.
And why is that?
As funny as that sounds. They just don't have they aren't nearly as good at their own game plan, and it's a lot easier. Like when they just have 2 mana sorcery speed threats, it's a lot easier to fight.
Yeah, but if they also run main deck Rest in Peace, don't they probably run Energy Field, which you just can't beat game 1?
I'm not sure about the Energy Field. I mean, that could be something that they play.
I don't remember him having Energy Field.
Okay.
But, I mean, Wasteland kills Energy Field anyway.
That's true. It sure does.
So, Actually,
long
he
as they have
definitely had it. I
balances.
killed it with a wasteland. Now that I think about
Okay.
it.
How does that happen? Can you explain that to me, Harlan?
Yeah. So energy field is a 2-mana blue enchantment that you can't take damage for as long as energy field is in play, and whenever a card is put in your graveyard from play, you sacrifice energy field. So
Okay.
typically, being the miracle deck, you just let it sit in play and you just can't take damage, and you just
Yeah.
don't cast spells. But if you have Rest in Peace in play, it just can't leave because no cards can go to your graveyard.
Yeah, so how
But
does Wasteland stop that?
yeah, if you kill one of their lands, it goes to the graveyard and triggers the energy field, and it gets sacrificed.
Even with Rest in Peace in play?
Not with Rest in Peace.
Oh, okay. So
There was not a Rest in Peace in play with energy field.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a KO.
Yeah, game 1.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't missing something.
Here comes
And it
the
looks like-
days from Shannon.
Yep, and it looks like we're gonna have a force back. Yeah, with a empty board counterbalance
Pitching Jace.
will
Values
buy you a
the
lot of time.
counterbalance highly. Definitely
Yeah,
with the Jace, I think.
Jace, I feel like isn't too great against these Rugged Delver decks when they have like a 4-mana threat in a Daze deck with Lightning Bolt. Seems like a lot to commit.
Yep.
And what did we get off the flip from counterbalance?
Didn't get to see.
Whoops. But it looks like it was. Oh, he said yep. Yep, that's definitely one way to play around counterbalance is having your opponent
Not
miss the
blind flip.
trigger.
Monastery Mentor.
Ooh, this is another one of my favorite cards that I love me some Monastery Mentor. Yes, Phlogiston. It looks like Woodrow did miss the counterbalance trigger. Ooh, Dismember from Shannon. That's gonna be a hard one for Woodrow to flip. Let's see if he remembers his trigger this time.
He does, and he does not hit.
Yep.
Top's
Even
good,
though
though.
Shannon paid 1 mana. Yep. Top will counterbalance. Top is the whole engine behind Miracles. It's gonna
Thankfully,
make it-
there is justice in the world. I do
Shannon.
not like this ponder, considering we know that there's a top on top.
Yep. What?
Unless it
Which-
puts us at exactly threshold.
She's at 6, but then she can fetch and get to
Yep.
threshold.
Yep. I don't hate it then. Yeah, these are really the only games you ever win under a countertop block, are the games that you have just a kicked mongoose, and you can just
Yeah.
kill them before they find another way to win.
Yeah. Now it's really on Woodrow to find another Monastery Mentor or Terminus just to get rid of this Nimble Mongoose. The goose is loose, turn 1 lackey. And yep, we see an attack for 3.
Someone call PETA.
Here comes
I do like this bolt, though.
Bolt. Yeah, that's...
Yep, you want to get as much damage as you can before top is
It's
going
a
to be
whole turn
turning.
off the clock, when our clock's only 3 damage a turn.
I didn't see what was revealed, but it's obviously...
believe
it
it
was
was
a
a land.
volcanic island.
Was it? Okay.
So Woodrow's going to crack his fetch, shuffle that volcanic away, and probably we'll have maybe a spin top, but it looks like it's just passing the turn. Ooh, looks like we're almost at 60 viewers. Let's see if we can get to 75 by the time
This
of
match
the next round. So if we're gonna get to 75 viewers, we're really counting on you guys in the stream to share the stream, or you guys in the chat to share the stream with your friends, with anybody that you think wants to watch some great Legacy matches, support your Legacy coverage. Even if you just want to listen.
Force will brainstorm something. Arid Mesa.
These are the games I love. The Arid Mesa puts it to 2 turns, too, which is great.
Yep.
I'd really like to know what's in Shannon's hand, because there's a couple times that you can actually win a fight over Terminus, even with the countertop block, if you have like Force of Will.
Yeah, definitely.
The real issue, though, is that you can't ever stifle the Terminus if it's spun off of a top with a counterbalance in play, because the top's on top to counter the stifle while the Terminus is on the stack, which is really annoying.
Absolutely, Lance. Share it with your frenemies, with your enemies, with your friends, with your family, whoever you think would enjoy the stream, enjoy listening to me, Harlan, and Jeremy. Sorry,
Jeremy, it's all right.
I'm
Firebaugh.
terrible with names.
It's all that matters.
Oh, that's definitely adding the wrong count. So it looks like we're going all the way up to 6 tonight. I wonder how many more.
Oh, we're gonna get to like minimum 17,
I don't believe so.
and that is a future wrong count, ladies and gentlemen. We have a wrong count in limbo.
All right.
It's like Woodrow played Snapcaster, targeting his brainstorm, and decided to chump. And then he'll probably spin top again.
I would just brainstorm before the spin.
Yeah. Then that
Nope.
does look like
Yeah.
what he is doing. How
Oh.
how does the wrong count resolve?
Because it's a future wrong. It's
But
just
that
gonna
does-
happen. The commissioner said so.
It hasn't happened
It-
yet.
it
So how
goes.
could it?
I'm sorry, I'm not the commissioner. We appointed him.
All right.
What is the wrong?
Arguing
wrong
with him
count has,
is only
like,
going to get you more wrong counts.
What was it?
Uh,
Like the rocket powered turbo slug, super haste or whatever.
Yep.
I
Split
think
second.
we're gonna have to get some internal investigations here on our wrong count commissioner.
Well, I'm IA, so good luck with that.
Yeah,
I
we're
think she-
not.
Pretty much just wants to save stifle for a terminus trigger at this point.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, wrong count still on the stack. That feels more correct to me.
Oh my god, I forgot I did that.
What?
We were playtesting. It was either a playtest. I don't think it was a tournament match, but I was playtesting Reanimator for an invitational, and I mulliganed a hand that made a Gristlebrand on turn 1 because it didn't have any counterspell backup.
I don't think that's a good thing. That sounds
I
wrong.
think I won that game anyway.
What were you playing against? A ham sandwich?
I don't remember, but probably I was playing Reanimator,
Probably a ham sandwich.
and it was game 1s. How do I lose? Not
Yeah.
having disruptions, how I lose.
Sometimes you just put them on Force of Will.
Yeah.
You
But
should probably.
I could just mulligan and have Force of Will beat, and they just have to have 2.
Yeah. You should probably start playing Belcher then. If you're so good at sniffing out the Force of Wills.
No, my point is, I'll just like mulligan to a hand that just does it all.
Yes.
That's probably likely that you just made me actually get the hand again and win anyway. That's probably why I won, actually. Did we Snapcaster another Brainstorm?
Yep. Another
There's-
chump block.
There's no way he has made main deck Rest in Peace in his multiple Snapcaster Mage countertop build.
Probably. That sounds right. Let's see what we have here.
Oh no, is it Supreme Verdict?
No, he had a Jason hand, which
I was worried for a second. This goose has to go the distance, man. He's
Turn one
going for
Lackey,
speed.
what happened?
He's all alone.
So apparently in the chat we have a little discrepancy here. I believe Flogestein is saying Woodrow drew some extra cards.
No, he cast a second Snapcaster and flashback to a second Brainstorm.
Yeah, I think you. I don't believe Woodrow was up to no good at any point in this match. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cast 2 Brainstorms with flashback this game.
Good thing we resolved that.
yeah, I think that's what happened.
So
I could be wrong.
Ubermensch, Dan, we definitely upped the wrong count to 6 when I called Jeremy Jeff, but I believe the next wrong count in question was me saying whether the wrong count would get to 17 or not. I took the under, Harlan took the over, and I believe that is what we were in question. So it looks like we've got...
No, that's not what's in question. What's in question was I said you saying that you weren't going to hit 17 is a wrong count because you're just going to flat hit 17 or more.
I don't think so.
Guaranteed.
I disagree.
Woodrow fetching here to reset his top. Things don't look good for him.
Nope, this mongoose is going to go the distance.
As you mentioned, this is how you beat miracles. Play a mongoose, win.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
win through active
sometimes-
countertop lock.
Sometimes the bad guys win, and sometimes you can't find your terminus. Unfortunately, these things happen. But it looks like we...
I'm leaning
Not-
over in my chair trying to get a different angle so I can see the cards.
Yeah. I find
It's
myself
like-
doing the same thing. Looks like we got a brainstorm. Ooh, we have an
We
entreat
found
the
an
angels.
entreat. I do not think entreat is going to resolve.
Yeah,
We
Shannon,
don't have enough. We don't have enough things with our counterbalance to fight an actual war through a rigged overhand. I don't believe.
Well, I believe there's a stifle on Shannon's side. I don't know what else she has.
There's probably a force of will and a daze.
Yeah. So
It's
we're
going to be close, and I think it might still be fine. So if Shannon has stifle, yeah, you definitely cast it here. That way they have to use mana to rearrange the top 3, find a 1, and then rearrange back for the top activation to resolve.
It's up to Woodrow to find the one.
I think he has a
Which I think he has a sword
He
supply.
has the swords. And now we're going to have
And
to...
then now he has to
Uh-oh.
rearrange back, and if she has another stifle, she gets even more mana.
He only needs one angel, though.
Yep.
That's all he needs to make.
Yeah, I definitely see Woodrow only making 1 here. And he's waiting for the entreat trigger to resolve.
Oh man, the greed.
Going.
Oh,
He thought
Yep.
better of it. Thought better of it.
We're playing around
let's
the
see
days.
double days.
And
Nope.
she's scooping
had
it all
nothing.
up.
That's always sad. When
So
you see the
close.
mongoose
For the
not
good
get there.
guys.
Did she have a daze in hand? I could never see her hand.
Yeah, she was keeping it close to the vest. V-Click's
Okay.
great here. Pyroblasts are definitely going to come in.
Okay. No symposium. Don't ban
Fire,
top.
Pyroblast definitely should come in anyway.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about them now.
Would you bring in the Flusterstorms here, Harlan? Ooh, it
Yes,
looks like she's not.
Flusterstorm is one of your best cards because Flusterstorm can actually just work through active countertop. Counterbalance can only counter the original Flusterstorm, but not the copies.
Tell us how you really feel, Ubermensch.
Same reason that Shatterstorm can still work through.
Shattering Spree.
Shattering Spree. Yeah, Shattering Spree is the one that you replicate.
Yep.
Not the.
Yep.
Wrong count. That one's on me.
Oh man, pushing Simba.
We're getting there. We're gonna get to 17.
Oh man, I could just be
How did I get
intentionally
to
wrong.
7?
Well, it doesn't count if you're intentionally wrong.
No. But how
How
would
did
they
I
ever
get to
know?
7?
I think it'd
What
be
did I
pretty
do wrong?
obvious. No,
Fireball
that
got
was
one
me.
wrong for you.
That was me. I called it
It's a team effort.
Shatterstorm.
Oh no!
Shattering
Oh
Spree.
wait, how? Oh. Now there's a little bit of a sweat here. Of how big the wrong count is going to go.
I think there was never a sweat because it was going to be well over 17.
That's very true, patron.
All right, do we have another wager here, Harlan? What is well over 17?
Do you need more buckets of syrup poured on you?
That bucket of syrup will not be poured on me.
Oh,
I'm
it's going to be so
confident.
good. I
I'm
actually
very
might
confident.
go vote for Trump just so I can pour a Gatorade jug full of syrup on you.
Can I get the backstory to this bet?
So in our
In our
Jer-
pregame show that we always
Yep.
do.
our private pregame show,
Now it
which
just
we definitely
sounds kind of weird.
yeah, that was a little weird. We'll get a weird count going, but we should definitely start broadcasting the pregame show.
Oh,
So
that could be great, actually.
yeah, warm up the chat a little bit, work out all the kinks.
Yeah.
But so Jeremy, Harlan and I were talking about the presidential election coming up, and it was brought up that if Donald Trump somehow becomes our next president, Harlan would get to
No, that I would just actively like find him as fast as possible and just dump a Gatorade jug full of like iced water onto him and say, "We got there, coach."
and I promptly agreed to this bet, finalized it on Facebook, and
Then my buddy
That's-
commented and said it should probably just be syrup, and we edited
Okay.
the document.
deal.
All right.
So everyone in the Twitch chat, make sure you go out and vote for Trump this year.
I would implore everybody in the Twitch chat to think about that for 1 second and
So
step back from that ledge.
We'd have 4 years of Trump and probably being miserable, but we'd have a lifetime of watching the video of Simba getting covered in syrup.
Oh, thank God! It looks like the. I have. Thank you, Twitch chat, for renewing my faith in humanity. And even if you guys are very
Who would have ever guessed that Twitch chat would be the one to do it?
Looks like Woodrow takes a mulligan.
Oh, magic! That's right. We're here for that too. Ooh, it looks like Shunta has a really great idea. Let's if we can get like some sort of fundraising going, I'd definitely be down for that if we can turn this into a good cause.
Oh man, for the Snapcasters feed, we should definitely do that. We should
All right.
raffle off ridiculous things.
Let's do it. I'm fine with that. We can live stream the syrup pouring.
Oh man.
Turn one Delver.
This is
Oh man, we could even have Gearhart hose you down after.
that's fine. That just makes for even better TV. Yeah, let's get
Snapcasters is charity. You donate your time to the community.
let's do a 50-50 thing. Half of the money will go to Snapcasters, half can go to Gamers Helping Gamers. Ooh, can we get Finkel
Finkel in on
himself
this?
to tweet this out? Who knows Finkel? We gotta have somebody in the chat. I'm a one-issue voter if Trump bans Top.
I think I can convince him.
Woodrow shuffles off his ponder. That always feels bad. You never want to do that.
I don't know. With miracles, it's never too bad. Just especially if you have a top in play. I feel like if there's any deck that doesn't mind shuffling off the ponder, it could be miracles.
Well, considering it's turn 1, we're definitely looking for either a land or things to do. It's probably not great.
Yeah.
Did we shuffle off the first one? Oh no, this is the first one.
Yeah, he fetched, got an
I
island,
just-
and then pondered.
Yeah, I just kind of lagged out there for a second.
Ooh, Top got forced?
Field Sulfuric Vortex.
That is definitely a hard card for miracles to beat.
That is, fun fact, my least favorite card in the game of Magic.
Interesting.
Yep.
I wonder what.
Yeah, I was curious about that reveal, but I guess just assumed it was a spell.
And we got Top on the stack. Looks like Shannon's responding with a brainstorm, and Woodrow's going to be cracking his fetch in response. for a plains, and we might be having Swords of Plowshares on this Delver here, I guess.
A large part of me really hopes that it's Manatized, just because Force Spike is my favorite card of all time, just about. But it's a Swords. All right, well, probably a better play.
Really
Better
hope we get to
play.
daze the Sensei's
But,
Dividing Top because of the Sword Splasher.
Ooh, let's see.
That would be great.
Yeah, top is definitely one of the cards to fight over against Miracle's deck. It smooths everything
I certainly
out.
would have brainstormed main phase to try and find a second land there.
Yeah.
Looks like Shannon hit a Force.
Yep, looks like I see a Force, a Brainstorm, a couple lands.
A Lightning Bolt.
Yep. All right, let's get back to this charity event we're gonna get going.
Come on, man. We have a match going on right now.
Hey man, I'm trying to help the Snapcaster stream and help other gamers. I guess fine. We can table the charity event discussion for another time. And we have a Force pitching a Stifle, and that top is going to get countered.
Looks like Woodrow has a couple lands adjacent. Something else I can't.
I believe
Is that
that's a rest in
piece?
peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace of swords.
Jason and Island, I think.
Yep.
That's going to be a pretty sad Tarmogoyf in a second.
It's going to be the best Tarmogoyf. And good old 0-1 beats.
Well, hopefully we can find a third. Oh, we found the third land for our Sulfuric Vortex.
Yep, that's going to be a hard
Hopefully
card
we can resolve it.
It looks like there's just a Force and a Ponder, I think. Swords.
I think he has Force blue card, at least.
Moose Loot. Did he untap after brainstorming during upkeep? I am not entirely sure. We can get Kory on that. He's definitely playing a lot more close
I'm
attention
not
than
sure on the
myself.
sequencing, so I can't really comment.
Turn 1 Lackey. Harlan. So does Rug just not deal with enchantments? Do you have any enchantment tape?
Mostly your best way to interact with enchantments is while they're on the stack with counterspells. Otherwise, there's usually one Crozen Grip in the sideboard. Other than that, you're really kind of just bricking on answers to enchantments. Your best answer to Rest in Peace usually is stifling the trigger when it comes into play, so that you can keep your graveyard, and it'll maintain Goyf size, and if you already had Threshold, your Mongoose will be 3/3s.
That's a very good question, Kory. Both decks do have Brainstorm. We have a counterspell on Lightning Bolt that's headed to Woodrow's face. And we have Woodrow down to 13. This is not looking good. I don't even...
I wouldn't say it's not looking good yet. I'd say Woodrow's still pretty far ahead. His life total's still pretty healthy. A Mentor can turn this race around very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Woodrow...
Chase down also, that lets him possibly...
Or even Snapcaster Mage will put him really far ahead.
Yeah, that is one of the downsides of Sulfuric Vortex, is if you can't maintain your lead, suddenly you're staring down a card that's killing you.
Yep. Which it certainly plays into it being my least favorite card ever, because I've never won a game where I cast it.
Yeah, Sulfuric Vortex definitely isn't a card I enjoy playing against or playing with. I don't think I've ever registered that card, and it's definitely killed me a couple times.
As you never should.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan. I don't know what my least favorite card is. Jeremy, what would you say your least favorite card?
Least favorite card?
Yes.
Man. It's a tough one. Let me think about that one for a second.
There's so many cards you hate.
No, it's just
Just hasn't been something that you thought of.
yeah, I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
Least favorite Magic card. They're also great.
Ooh, and we got a Daze on that Jace. Shannon's at 14. Woodrow's at 8. He'll be going to 6 in his upkeep. Least favorite playable card. Yeah, Justin, what's your least favorite playable card? And any of you guys in the chat, feel free to chime in with what your least favorite card is. I figure out, Boil with Beseiju. That is certainly one way to beat Miracles. We have a Life from the Loam.
Oh, I know. My least favorite card to play against is probably Punishing Fire.
Least favorite card to play against?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I definitely know what mine is.
Or just least favorite card in general, because that card destroys Shardless.
Lord
Simba,
of
is
Atlantis.
yours? I was gonna say it's either Ether Vial, Lord of Atlantis, or Kira, Great Glass Spinner.
Oh, nope, never mind. Kira, stupid card, shouldn't exist. Merfolk, stupid tribe, shouldn't exist. God, I hate me some Merfolk.
I think my least favorite card to play against is probably Ensnaring Bridge.
I've
fair.
beat several.
Just because it's
Ensnaring
like just a
Bridges.
stupid effect almost.
Ooh,
Uh,
Chains of Astophiles.
Like it
that's
kind of just
certainly
completely
point.
puts the game on hold until it's dealt with.
I've beaten them with Infect by attacking with Noble Hierarchs.
Yeah, I'm like obviously I'm usually not playing a deck that can really do anything about it, which is why I don't really like playing against it. But
There's no way you can defend the fish. Fish are a bunch of stupid creatures that do stupid things, and they're all stupid.
I don't know. But I'm not actually don't really mind Counterbalance, but it's just because I always play decks that main deck for Abrupt Decays, so it just isn't a huge deal.
I actually love Counterbalance existing because it makes for really unique and fun games. Like I actually very much enjoy trying to win through an active countertop block
Yeah, absolutely.
without Abrupt Decay in my deck. It's like so
Well,
much more
there-
fun for me than a lot of other games.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle.
That's why
And
I really love playing its Miracles with Rug Delver, just because it's a very challenging matchup, and it is very winnable. Like I've killed multiple opponents through active countertop.
just like how there is nothing fun
Isn't-
or enjoyable against playing against Merfolk.
Isn't Where the half of the card that just costs 1 white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason why he tapped 2? Did he
I
top
believe
this turn?
I believe that was for activating the top.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he looked with top and then flipped the top.
All right.
Yep,
And
That game
absolutely.
got a lot harder for Shannon.
Yep. Absolutely, turn one lackey. Salty is certainly a word I would use to describe my hatred of Merfolk.
Oh man,
Stupid tribe.
and this is
shouldn't
where
exist.
Mongoose is still an insane threat because it's just a 1/1 Shroud.
Yep, and with Woodrow at 4, Shannon doesn't really have to
Yeah, it might as well be a 3/3.
beat down too much.
4-turn clock.
So Harlan, would
3-turn clock
Shannon,
after that fetch gets cracked.
would Shannon have an answer to? Would Shannon still have Lightning Bolt in her 60 in her main deck right
She
now?
cast it.
Went
She cast
Bolt
it in this
for
game.
Face, and he counterspelled it.
Oh, okay. So there's definitely at least some number, and it looks like we have a Entreat the Angels off the top. That's
Let's see if Woodrow remembers to play around Days again with his
Yeah, and
second
this is where
miracle.
cards like Flusterstorm are just insane.
absolutely.
Like
And,
if you just cast Flusterstorm on this, like it's assuredly not resolving.
Absolutely. Yep. Turn one lackey, you would think Merfolk is an easy deck to beat, but apparently it's not, for me at least. And I'm talking specifically in Modern. I haven't
How do
really
you
played...
not beat Merfolk with 4 Lightning Bolt and 4 Snapcaster Mage in your deck?
I don't know, but it just doesn't happen, apparently. So there's that, but whatever. I'm going to drink more beer. Try to forget all the times that I've lost. And Shannon packs it up.
Woodrow takes it 2-0 by miracling on the turn he needed to with intrigue
Yep.
twice.
A true miracle.
Absolutely. So it looks like there's some number of rest in peace in the board for Woodrow. Shannon's not going to be gracing us with whatever she's been sideboarding.
I think I saw a Croakson grip, possibly.
Yep. Ooh,
There
we're
was
at,
certainly the vortex.
we're at 65 people that are viewing currently. Thank you guys all for tuning in. And if my friend Christina is watching right now, I'm going to give you a shout out. Thank you, Christina Kling. Even though you have no idea what Magic the Gathering is, I appreciate you if you are in fact watching. Ooh, BT Roosh is now following us. Thank you, BT. We really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, check out our Facebook page. Like us there, follow us, and we'll keep you up to date on any future streams that we have. Hey there, Blackjack713. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Are we going to be able to get another match, Kory?
Hopefully.
All right, we got to keep the conversations with Simba up so we can get that wrong count ticking.
All right, I'm just going to have to be a lot more thoughtful in my
Be
words.
silent while commentating.
I'm going to... The static's going to go away for a second. I'm going to go grab a drink.
All right, no problem. Justin McGraw, you are not following us yet? You weren't following us yet? You don't get a shout out. Patrunken Hat 7, thank you for following us. We really appreciate it.
Legacy Master, Wilson Hunter.
Wilson Hunter, thank you.
Legacy Expert.
Yep, so hopefully Kory will be finding another match for us. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions in the chat, please feel free to ask if you have any questions about Snapcasters, about Magic in general, about Legacy, about Modern, about Standard. Maybe not Draft. I'm not a particularly good limited player, but we'll try to answer anyway. That hasn't stopped us before. And it looks like we might be getting another match. Ooh, or we might just be having someone jam some games. Oh, it looks like we have a Chris Barrett on camera. I believe if you guys were tuning in last week in the stream, we had him playing
Jund.
And he was playing against...
Damn it, I should have let you finish. You would have gotten it wrong.
No, I would have gotten it wrong. I would not have gotten it wrong, but
I think
it just
that's a
took me
lie.
a second.
I think that's a
We
wrong.
got another match coming in for you guys. Sorry.
Oh, yep. Let's see. Blackjack's asking us how we've been liking the Legacy Eldrazi Menace. We haven't really been seeing the Eldrazi pop up too much in Legacy. Last week we had one Kim Wallace playing Eldrazi aggro, but so far it hasn't really been making as many appearances as it has been in Modern. I definitely think there's some sort of Eldrazi deck that could be built. Having access to 8 more soul lands is quite good. Just what that deck needs. More ways to get ahead on mana.
Plus, that means you can take out the Simian Spirit Guides.
Yep.
For something a little more useful. Or you can keep them in for extra busted starts, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, it looks like we got a return appearance here for Eric Copenhaver on Dredge versus Chris Barrett on Jund. I'm not too familiar with the Jund deck in Legacy. I know it just plays a lot of really good, powerful cards. That's what Jund does. So I'm not entirely sure how the Dredge matchup goes, but Chris having access to 4 Deathrite Shaman in the main certainly helps, and it all, I guess, will really depend on if Chris has decided to play Graveyard Hate tonight. So, Ubermensch, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be playing in Modern right now. If I was to play in a tournament tomorrow, and card availability wasn't an issue, I'd probably just play Infect. Because I don't really think the Eldrazi is something that I want to be doing. It just doesn't really feel fun for me. Attacking with just a bunch of colorless creatures just isn't my thing. But I'm definitely going to be working on Jeskai Control. I think there was a few lists that popped up at the Pro Tour. Petrunkin Hat. I believe Harlan will be going to Philly.
I will be in Philly.
Yep.
Also, do you know what Sean McLaren was playing at the Pro Tour?
I know he was playing Jund, but that's just because he's a little wimp.
He was playing Abzan. But, yeah.
Wrong count. 9?
Yeah.
They're basically the same deck.
They're fundamentally very different, though.
Let's go 8.5.
No. That's
What's up,
completely
Jubal?
incorrect.
All right. Wrong count. 9.
Is that a turn 1 Grafter's Cage blown up by a turn 1 Nature's Claim?
Yep. So it looks like Chris does have some graveyard hate in his board. Ooh, but now there's a Deathrite Shaman with a Wasteland. That's going to put Eric back a little bit. And it looks like he has a... he's going to be going Badlands, Deathrite Shaman. That's definitely a good start. It's going to be hard for... I'm sure Eric kept a hand with one graveyard hate piece, but...
Does Chris have another land? Oh, he has a Wooded Foothills.
Yes, he has a Wooded Foothills.
Yeah, I think Chris is probably just going to run away with this game then.
Yep, that definitely is a blammo.
Sean Park's not even in the building. What are you doing?
Next turn, it looks like he also gets to cast
Bloodbraid
Bloodbraid
Elf.
Elf if he so desires. I might take the slower road and just make sure I always have Deathrite Shaman up.
Tapping out on Deathrite Shaman seems a little loose. And Harlan, I'm just saying blammo because hopefully Sean Park will hear it and he might decide to show up
He'll
at the
tune
shop. Yeah,
Ooh, let's make him tune in instead.
absolutely. I love graveyards in front, personally. Especially with a deck like Dredge where it's super important to have a good idea of what's in your graveyard.
Seems a little bit aggressive, but I can also see the reasoning behind just wanting to get a Goyf out there and start attacking as soon as possible.
Dude, encroachment's a real factor.
Yeah.
You just have to intimidate your opponent by taking over their board.
Yep.
3/4. Well, Eric missing the land drop there means that things are looking very good for Chris.
Yeah.
Especially playing a second Goyf. That was a good draw.
Eric might just be trying to draw until he has 8 cards in hand and discard a Dredger, but with Deathrite Shaman that doesn't really work, but this would be a good time for him if he had it. I think we should put Exile Pile in front, lands on the left, artifacts on the right, and lands under the table. I'm going to have to disagree with you there, Zephy24. And we have a discard Stinkweed Imp from Eric.
It makes his Goyfs.
Did he discard the hand size?
Yeah,
I
he discarded
believe
the hand size.
That's awesome. I would definitely just play Bloodbraid off here and just make it a 2-turn clock.
Does the Stinkweed Imp make the Goyfs 4/5s, correct? Or they were 4/5s?
Oh, never mind. I'm big super dumb and forgetting there's a Deathrite Shaman in play.
Yeah. Oh no.
Which is still a 2-turn clock, so it doesn't matter.
All right,
That is a wrong count.
And I believe you were genuine there, Harlan, so I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like that turn 1 Wasteland was quite poor for Eric. Couldn't really do anything. Followed up with Deathrite Shaman.
Wasteland is certainly way better when your opponent doesn't draw any extra lands. Although he did
Yeah.
have some Colosseums, it looks like, but that doesn't do a whole lot against the second Wasteland.
Ooh, looks like we got some great news from our commissioner. Uh, this just in. It was a misplay, not a wrong count, Harlan.
Boo!
All
I was wrong.
Surf Xe, I believe that's John Irby. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to Legacy at the Sorcery in Fredericksburg tomorrow, but if you could just drop those off with Matt, that would be fantastic. And let's give a shout out to the Sorcery, great game store run by Matt Scott in Fredericksburg. If any of you guys are in the area, stop by any night of the week and we'll have something going. I believe Monday is Modern, Tuesday is Draft, Wednesday is Standard, Thursday is Legacy, and Friday is F&M Standard and Draft.
There's also a
A
PPTQ
PPTQ.
on Saturday that is capped at 65 players. So if you would like to play in the PPTQ in Fredericksburg, Virginia this weekend, you need to contact the Sorcery shortly.
Absolutely. Ooh, we're at 73 people. And also, if you guys, if you are at the Sorcery PPTQ, you'll definitely see me there and potentially a Harlan Fear. So
What
Wild Harlan Fear may appear.
What format's the PPTQ?
the
It is
PPTQ
standard.
is standard.
Hmm.
So I know a lot of you guys are big Legacy junkies here, but if you guys want to get to the Pro Tour or get to the regional PTQ,
Standard's great.
Standard is pretty great. I'm going to be on Just Sky Black, drawing some cards, killing some creatures, doing everything that I love to do in Magic.
I don't know. I played Standard for the first time last week in probably like 2 years. I played Patrick Chapin's mono brown colorless deck, and it was actually a lot of fun just because it's something I haven't been able to do in Standard in, I don't know, years. Like, go colorless. So that was kind of cool.
Yep. Oh, we're down to 70 viewers. Let's try to get 5 more here. Let's get 75 by the start of round 3. All you guys that are viewing and all you guys in the chat, please share us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, subscribe on our on the Twitch channel. We'll keep you up to date. You guys know anybody that want to be watching some great Legacy coverage, watching me be wrong? If anybody wants to see this wrong counter go up, potentially, tell them to tune in. Let's get 75 people. Ooh, a raffle. I don't know if we do raffles. That'd be great. Raffles are great. I never win them, but
Do you know what this stream needs more of? Slap
What?
bets.
ooh,
Slap bets?
Oh yeah.
I know
Simba
Harlan.
Harlan slap bets.
I know Harlan is a big fan of the slap bet.
I'm
I'm
undefeated
not.
lifetime.
Ooh, that's so
Never been
tempting to try and
slapped.
beat you. But you got such big hands, and I have such not big hands. Dare I say dainty? Yes, Justin. 4-color rally is still pretty good, correct, Harlan?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's much worse than it was.
Yeah, Kalidas, right? That
Yeah, everyone just packs more hate for it, and the
Yeah.
decks are just like that deck didn't get a ton better, and all the rest got considerably better.
Scuttles is asking how you did at regionals, Harlan.
I went 7-3 because Baltimore Regionals was absolutely massive, and I finished 30th for top 32. So I got 2 points and $50.
Still
Hey,
okay.
that's good.
You should play Mardu Green because it's just a better version of Jeskai Black. Or Red Black Dragons. That deck's very good too.
I borrowed Burn and realized why I dislike playing linear aggro decks. And
Yeah.
went 3-2, drop, go home, and nap. And it was a great day.
I was
yeah,
not a-
I grueled through 10 rounds. I haven't done that in a long time.
If I was playing a more interesting deck than Burn, I might have been able to do it.
Of course, Dan, some of you is going to have Grixis Control in Standard. I'm sure you have something for Grixis Control in Modern, Pauper, EDH.
Oh, it makes so much sense that that's Dan now.
Of course. His license plate is the casting.
I understand.
For
I
Cruel
understand.
Is it? That's a sweet license plate.
Yeah, it is insane.
Mine says Goif.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Mine is
That's equally
Simba
insane.
1.
I'm still kind of
Guys, next
sad that
round's starting
Daryl.
up, and I just noticed I did not upgrade the round counter. Sorry, derp.
Oh no, the third round
Oh,
started.
yeah.
We need 4 more viewers.
We're going into round 1 of 4 again.
This tournament will never end.
That's fine. Ooh, we're at 73. Come on, let's get 2 more. Guys, text your friends. Text
I
anybody.
actually haven't seen the list that won Baltimore. But I will
Yeah, I
surely
actually
check it
haven't
out.
looked at any regional deck lists yet.
Yeah, since I wasn't able to.
I probably should. I have a modern event coming up.
I was looking at all of them.
Grace, are you
Not a-
okay being on the feature match and being on YouTube and all that crap? Okay.
Kory, can you mute your mic?
Yeah, sorry.
Pauper is very competitive.
Pauper is insanely competitive for what it is.
I love Pauper.
It looks like the
We have
list
Berke
that
back.
took down. Ooh.
So we have Death and Taxes versus...
I don't believe. Ooh, Enchantress?
Oh, yes.
This is gonna be interesting.
I'm
This
I'm
is
just
not
like
going to
not-
be all that interesting. It's going to be Enchantress dumpstering Death and Taxes.
Yeah, that's great. Anytime
someone
I get to
else
see a
wanna
bunch of wimpy white creatures get their
get their
faces kicked
justice.
in.
Get manhandled like they deserve.
Yes.
I mean, this is what you deserve for showing up with mono white aggro control in a legacy event.
Oh, I believe earlier in the chat we Harlan Justin wants to be slap bet commissioner of any future
Oh,
slap
yeah.
bets.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I will gladly accept him
All right.
with open arms. But only if he allows full slaps and not half slaps. We aren't children here. We're men.
You're also gonna need to restart the round timer, which is still
Thanks for
coming.
reminding me.
30 seconds left in the round.
I mean, it is only round 1, to be fair.
At least this Enchantress deck probably won't be all foreign. The first experience I ever had playing against Enchantress was against Paul's
Foil Japanese.
foil Japanese deck, and I had no idea what any of the cards did because I was new to Legacy, and I was just like, I'll take your word for it, man. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, well, Paul, I definitely don't think Paul would be lying about anything like that. Paul's a great guy.
Yeah, no. But, it's one of those things where you're like...
It's definitely pretty intimidating for somebody that doesn't really know Legacy.
Yeah.
And Harlan, I believe you were playing Infect at regionals, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I played a pretty bad Infect deck, looking in hindsight. I probably should not have been playing Dryad Arbor. I don't think it's very good anymore. But we live and learn.
I mean, I watched Dryad Arbor win a game at the Pro Tour. That was pretty great against Death Shadow.
Yep.
Ooh, it looks like we have a slap counter. That definitely makes me want to do more slap bets.
Oh
I have
man,
not done
we're
one
gonna
yet.
I'm gonna slap you so hard.
Oh god, I'm quite scared. We haven't even made a slap bet yet.
Did you see the video of me slapping Zvan? Because he
Uh,
spun around, I slapped him so hard.
Ooh, this is scary. I believe
He did a twirl.
I have not seen that video. I don't think I should, because that's just gonna make it much less likely for slap bets. So it looks like we're gonna be resolving some mulligans here. Both players. Yep, Grace has taken at least one mulligan. I don't know if she's mulliganed before.
I don't think so. It looks like I briefly saw Andrew's hand. It looks like he has a couple Wastelands, an Aether Vial, and some other stuff. So perfectly
Yep,
keepable.
Pretty typical Death and Taxes hand. Either Vial makes it so much better.
Yeah, just so
Oh.
that happened in Charlotte.
I have seen the video of you slapping Van. He is the other. He's what? Vietnamese or Thai, maybe?
Couldn't tell you.
Southeast Asia,
He
somewhere?
told me once.
Maybe
Malaysia?
Filipino? Malaysia?
Wow,
Okay.
we're so
believe that.
racist right
I don't
here.
remember. I don't think that's racist.
Yeah. I mean,
Eh.
I'm Filipino. I get that helps a little, maybe. Let's ask the chat. Was that a slightly racist
Oh,
conversation?
please say no, chat, and get the wrong counter up.
So you mean yes? Because I'm saying that was not a racist conversation.
Right. Say no, it doesn't help your case. You are a racist.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We got a ruling from the commissioner.
Half Asian.
Yep.
We're covered.
Harlan is racist.
All right, let's get back to magic. No more talks of race. It looks like Grace is mulliganing to 6, and she's got a scry to the bottom. And we have a Caracas into an Aether Vial.
Always want to start on Aether Vial as Death and Taxes.
Absolutely. Stupid Aether Vial. That card has also caused me lots of problems. Especially with me not knowing all the interactions between Aether Vial, a removal spell on the stack, and Kira, the Great Glass Spinner. Stupid card.
Not a Merfolk though.
Yep. Just goes in the
Can't
stupid
complain
Merfolk
about
deck,
that.
kicking me out of a potential top 8 to... Nah. Whatever. Let it go.
Pitches up a forest to play around Wasteland.
Yep.
Got a beautiful
Wild Growth?
Unlimited. Looks like Unlimited, perhaps, forest.
I don't know exactly what card that is. I know it makes more mana for
Wild
that
Growth?
forest.
I don't know.
Wild growth?
That is a revised wild growth. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh, right. I got it right.
Yeah.
That wrong counter's going
We
to
nailed
right
it.
It is.
Simba's right counter is still lower than the wrong counter.
Doesn't that just subtracts 1 from the wrong counter?
No. False
Unfortunately,
statement.
It does not. We have had a ruling on that before.
No.
What's up, Stone 2? Yep. My salt level is quite high against...
Yeah, we're reaching hot dog level.
Oh, it's much more than hot dog level. It's
Ballpark Frank level.
it's like the Dead Sea.
Oh, man.
Stoneforge Mystic into Batterskull. There you go. Not a bad second turn.
Yep. This is one interaction that Wizards believes is too good for Modern. That's why Stoneforge Mystic is banned.
But it's perfectly okay to cast 8 2-drops on turn 1. 4.
You can't even do that.
4 2
It's not even possible. That's too many cards.
I meant generate 8. I confused generate 8 mana and play 4 2-drops together.
Oh no, we have a wrong count at 10.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
We're
man.
still way below
Did I
7.
miss the wrong count?
I know what you're talking about, okay? Stop bullying me.
Simba, John Henry approves of you being drowned in syrup.
It's not going to happen. I am quite confident in that. I believe in the American people.
This might actually get me out of the house to vote.
That's fine. I'm okay with that too. That just means we have we got one more voter. All you guys on the chat, we're at 76. We didn't get it by the start of round 3.
You don't know. You didn't check.
No, I definitely remember we were at 70 at the start of round 3.
Leave Berke alone. Leave him alone.
But
I'm
yeah,
the voice of the people.
Everybody in the chat, if you have not registered to vote, I definitely, you guys all should. Voting is, you get a sticker, so at least you get something out of your time. And it looks like we have a Mother of Ruins on Andrew's side.
Oh, Mother of Ruins. How you don't really fit into Legacy.
Yep, this little 1-drop has definitely gone down in value over the last few years. Ooh, it looks like we got Rudy Burska in the chat. What's up, Rudy?
Oh, man. The Rudy Brixa.
The scumbag himself.
Damn.
I'm kidding. We love you here at Snapcasters, Rudy. You thank you for doing some coverage. We appreciate it.
Thanks for filling in for the real team.
Look,
Shots fired.
Lokogia Giangadex. Simba, do people incorporate Lion King quotes to you nearly every day in your life? Unfortunately, they do not. I definitely think about Lion King just about every day in my real life. Right,
Sadly,
Toby?
all that the light touches is not his.
Unfortunately. I could definitely make America great again. Maybe. Probably not. Ooh, it looks like we have a Mana Bloom on Grace's side with 2 Enchantress effects.
This game is going to spiral out of control quickly.
Yep, Grace is definitely going to be drawing a lot of cards here. And we
Generating
also
a lot
have
of
3
mana.
wild growth.
Definitely like the inclusion. I haven't played against Enchantress since Mana Bloom was put in, so that's pretty cool.
Yep, I'd be interested to know if Grace has Eidolon of Blossoms in her deck. I know I've seen a few lists that play it. The 4-drop might be a little bit too expensive, but it definitely gets to... Whoa, Rudy's saying we are the B team?
Whoa.
I definitely don't think so.
Kory already fixed. Rudy and Anurag are Alpha Team because they were here first, and we're the
Okay.
gold standard.
Alright, I'm okay with that. I definitely don't agree with B team. I like Gold Standard. Shout out to Gold Standard Protein. Definitely a great, reasonably priced
Hashtag
source of
gold
protein.
standard commentary.
Absolutely. Ooh, I like that hashtag.
It's a great hashtag. It's the gold standard.
Grace under a little bit of pressure here.
Yep.
You know, Batterskull, Sarah, Avenger.
Ooh. Of course, Kory, you are the platinum commentator. You are the.
We couldn't do it without you.
I mean, you're
You're the wind beneath our wings.
You are the progenitus. You're the first, the alpha, the omega, the one that makes this all possible.
Can I get a wrong count for how bad that was?
I can. I agree with that. Let's bump the rank count up to 11. As soon as I said it, it was terrible.
Crank
I
it to
regret
11.
How are we gonna square off? Are we gonna have a 2?
Two-headed giant, obviously.
Giant.
Two-headed giant legacy.
I'll sit out. You guys can go at it.
Dude,
Yeah.
two-headed giant legacy match. Let's do it.
So it's gonna be.
Storm is real bad.
Is it double miracles? I know Rudy was playing miracles at the Invitational.
Dude, that sounds so easy. We'll just play double Shardless Bug.
I don't know if you want me playing Charlotte's Bug. Do you remember?
Do you know how easy it is? Also, we're two-headed giant. I can just tell you what to do every turn.
That would definitely help.
And Rudy will have Honorog telling him what to do every turn. It'll be great.
Honorong is definitely a powerful miracles mage. Ooh, I like Plane Chase Tiny Leaders.
Oh, I refuse to play Tiny Leaders. That format finally died. Let's not bring it back.
I'm just gonna. I have no idea what she's doing here because I don't play Enchantress.
Yeah, it's.
But it looks.
Dude,
sweet, and
it's
she's drawing
Enchantress
lots of
versus
cards.
Death and Taxes. Yeah. There's a lot going on. Somebody's going to start getting attacked.
That is some great commentary, great analysis from
Yeah,
Harlan Fear.
Eventually, there will be an Emrakul or some nonsense way to win.
All right, so it looks like we have
Promise.
some. I don't know what that enchantment in her graveyard is, or if it's
She
That's
has
Sterling
a Sterling Grove.
Sterling Grove. Okay,
She just fetched
And
some white enchantment. I have no idea what it was.
It's probably solitary confinement. Would be
unified.
my guess.
And so we got another Enchantress, and we have a Sarah Sanctum tapping for gratuitous amounts of mana. Yes, Justin, the wrong count is at 11.
No,
With
it's
my fail-
Oh, no, it is 11, yeah.
With my failed attempts to compliment Kory, I ended up looking quite dumb, but that's okay. So Harlan, I believe our battle between the Alpha team is going to be unified two-headed giant legacy.
I mean,
That sounds great.
that sucks. Only one person gets to play Brainstorms.
Dibs.
Oh God, I've never.
Oh wait, Simba needs the handicap. Never mind.
I don't know. I could play Dredge, maybe.
Dredge sounds real bad. Flamekin has to do 40 damage.
Oh. Belcher? No, that's no. Well, there's only 4 Forcibles, so there's that.
You only have 30 health in Two-Headed Giant, don't you? Or is it 40?
I think it's 40, right?
Is it 40? I don't remember. It's been a long time since
I have no idea. I've
Giant.
never played Two-Headed Giant.
Me neither.
Expert Legacy commentary we have.
All right, so
I
we have
mean,
another.
We
There's
wanted
another-
To be
Enchantress,
fair,
but none of
it's
us
kind
know
of
what
hard to
Enchantress is
commentate on
doing.
Enchantress. Yeah.
Other
No
than
Blackjack 713. We will not be
All right,
playing
we're
Elves
at
Merfolk.
17 extra cards drawn this turn, approximately.
Oh. And we got some more coming in. The Skype is getting a little bit blurry for us here, so I have no idea what enchantment Grace has just played.
That's just your DSL.
That was not an enchantment.
It was not an enchantment.
Oh, it is Emrakul. See, I told you, it's going to be an Emrakul or some other nonsense way to win.
And we got another enchantment, drawing more cards. Grace is definitely going to be enjoying her time on camera,
I
showing
think
off
she's just
everything.
she's just trying to find Caracas to make it infinite turns.
Ooh, that's quite
There's
good.
2 Wastelands. That doesn't even do anything.
I mean, just one more turn. All right, looks like we got some trash talking here from Rudy Brick's guy.
Weird. Who would have guessed?
That's okay. We're at 79 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. I really would like to get up to 100 at least by the end of the night. Hopefully 125, maybe even 150. So please share this on Facebook, share this on Twitter, share this on any social networking site that you use. Like us on Facebook. Follow us here on Twitch. Follow Snapcasters on Twitch. Ooh, now we're at 86. Fantastic. When I looked at the...
Oh, that is a wrong count.
No, I was going off the...
You were wrong. You were wrong by the number of
I was
viewers.
right at the time.
he was
then
right
we just
at
had
the
an
time
influx.
Judge.
of the Skype video.
Judge.
Yep.
I rule he was right at the time of saying it.
Sir, you're not the commissioner.
God damn it.
All right, Justin. Justin, I was going off.
I'm the consultant.
I definitely think we need like a board of supervisors, some sort of board.
No, we don't get no board. We have a commissioner. We agreed upon this originally.
Ooh, we have a sigil of the empty throne on Grace's side. That's going to be making.
Oh man, more
You
angels than Entreat has made
You
on the
weren't
stream
wrong,
so
though.
far.
People did eventually get attacked. That one was.
And we have an
proven to be
elephant
right.
grass.
By an Emrakul or some other nonsense way of winning.
Yep.
Yep.
Expert commentary right here.
And it looks like it was 2 nonsense.
Yo, dog, I
ways
heard
of
you
winning.
like Emrakuls and angels, so I built you a deck with both of them.
And it wasn't wrong due to a source of lag. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't heard a better ruling since the OJ trial. And it looks like Andrew's going to be packing it in.
Hard
We're
to
gonna-
beat multiple Emrakul attacks.
It certainly has happened. At least one. I know David Gearhart beat an Emrakul attack with just a couple of step links and a Delver Secrets on a camera at an invitational quite long ago. And I know, Harlan, you've beaten Emrakul attack before, correct?
Yes, but I stifled the Annihilator trigger.
Ooh, that's good.
That helps a lot. I've beaten plenty of Emrakuls in my time, but most of them involve me putting in like Nimble Mongoose off of the show and tell and attacking them to death around it. I'm no Bob Huang though. I've never beat a Gristlebrand.
Yep. Shout out to Magic Celebrity Katana beat down scumbag Bob Huang.
No, he
Man of many
The
titles.
champion of hearts.
he gets it.
Ooh.
Right.
Bob Big Scums Huang.
I like how his name just always gets longer.
I mean, he's accrued many titles over the years.
Butter Knife was definitely my personal favorite.
I like Magic Celebrity. If any of you guys
Yeah.
are in the chat, you see Bob Huang, feel free to ask him to sign anything that you want. I'm sure he'd greatly appreciate it.
It's true. Especially Pithing Needle or Borberg Mouse.
Yes.
Oh man, now I actually want to do that. I'm just gonna go buy like 100 Borbergamos and get him to sign them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude.
This is a
Dude.
great idea.
Ravon
Dude, I
bought
want that.
four
I want that
old
to be my
Pithing Needle.
play mat.
He bought 4 old Pithing Needle and 4 Borbergmos and made Brad sign them.
Grace won game
Scrap?
1. Kory, could we get an update on that, please?
Grace won by casting Emrakul, drawing a bunch of cards, eventually a Sigil of the Empty Throne, and that was all. It overpowered
she
the
wrote.
tiny white creatures.
So I don't know if Burke's very familiar with this matchup, but Swords to Plowshares is pretty bad. Almost all. I don't know if Grace has any targets. She might have Dryad Arbor. But Argothian Enchantress has Shroud, and Emrakul also can't be targeted.
If she does have the Eidolon of Blossoms like you were talking about that she could possibly have, he could hit that.
Yeah, that's true. I think they play one
But-
or 2 of those. But usually the game's pretty far gone by that point.
Yeah. Yep. So let's see what are some. Are either of you familiar with what sort of sideboard cards Grace is going to be bringing in here?
I have
She
never played Enchantress.
I hope she
So-
brings in Cop White.
Ooh, that's definitely a good one.
That would be sweet.
Yep. All right, and let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. What does Death and Taxes even bringing in this matchup?
Maybe-
Whatever the Spirit of Labyrinth, I guess, probably.
Yeah,
Spirit of Labyrinth is
very
definitely a good one. Maybe Council's Judgment if he has any on the board. That's going to be able to hit the
Aethersworn
Enchantress
Canonist,
effects.
perhaps. Also.
Yep. Aethersworn Canonist. Any enchantment hate that they have.
Council's Judgment, probably. Then maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know if he runs like any disenchant effects.
Ooh, Cataclysm is a
Cataclysm.
good one. And it looks like players are both done sideboarding. Just going to be a quick shuffle. Pile here from Grace. I know pile shuffling between games is certainly something people tend to disagree about. I know.
I highly advocate it.
I
Me too.
never pile shuffle.
I like it. I feel like it's good to make sure you have the appropriate amount of cards. You didn't over sideboard or under sideboard.
That's why you just
And
count
I've-
your sideboard.
That's also smart.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it during pre-game, but once you're in the game, don't pile shuffling. It takes way too long and doesn't do anything.
I guess. I don't know. There's something about it that just makes me feel more confident that I have a good shuffle. I know it doesn't really change anything, but it just, I don't know. It always feels weird not shuffling or not piling in between games for me.
I don't really have a problem with it as long as like somebody's quick at it and
Yeah.
does it like once. But if you're like one of those slow pile shufflers,
No,
and
I
they just want
do
to
it
like
pretty
reach across
quickly.
the table and throttle you.
Yeah, I definitely think it should be quick at all times. And looks like Andrew's going to be looking at his cards before Grace is going to. Oh, Grace is going to be checking out her hand. And I see an Nganjo castle, I think a
Caracas.
plains, and a Stoneforge Mystic at least. And it looks like we had a mulligan from Andrew's side. Because it looks like we have a scry here. And it's going to be a scry to the bottom. Oh, it looks like we have both players mulligan here. Who's Rush? Oh, he's the magic artist? Christopher Rush? I have no idea.
What are you talking about?
I think somebody in the chat said Chris Rush has died.
No,
Yeah, I don't think that's happened. I just
no, it's not Christopher Rush.
did some
It's
Google
the artist
foo.
from
Whoever
Cryptic
said
Command.
Christopher Rush is wrong. So the people's wrong counter goes up once.
Thank God. And the sweat's good. Oh, it looks like we just have a Mother Runes attack. There we go. Beat down at its finest. And
Twitter seems to think that he's dead.
oh no.
No, it was definitely the guy who did Cryptic Command. I
Uh,
forget his name. I don't think it's Chase Masters. It might be though.
all right, so we have a plains from Grace's side. I don't really know. Yep, and it's going to be past the turn. I don't think there's any 1-mana white enchantments that Grace is really playing. Not super familiar with the Enchantress deck. Oh, but it looks like Wayne England? What's that? Is that? Can we get a confirmation on that?
Confirmation on what? Sorry, it was.
Wayne England? Was he the
Yes,
person?
that's who did Cryptic Command.
Okay. And so we have another Mother Ruins beatdown, followed up by a Mirren Crusader.
Very good
That's-
against green cards. Mirren Crusader.
Yep. Also black cards.
Also
and
black
green
cards.
and black cards.
A Enlightened Tutor from Grace.
End of turn. That's going to let her find an artifact and enchantment and put it on top of her library. So I'm not entirely sure which one she's get. She's probably going to get, yeah, I was going to say one of the Enchantress effects. One of the namesake cards of the deck. Allows her to draw some extra cards, which is always
Mirror
great.
Crusader should put on a quick clock.
Yep, especially when it's backed up with some of the equipment that the Death and Taxes deck plays. Like Umazawa Jite is definitely going to be able to end things pretty quickly. Austin Toller. I don't know what Spaghetti Edition means. I'm sure it's a reference to the Emrakul that was cast in Game 1.
Oh yeah, Spagooty.
Yep, I guess so. Spaghetti.
It's the referring to the Emrakul kill versus there's some other ways you can kill with it, like the
Words of War.
Words of War. That's what it is.
Ooh, what does that card do? I don't know.
I believe
It's a 3-mana red enchantment. You can pay 1 mana. The next time you would draw a card, instead you get to shock something.
Ooh, I like that.
It's part of the cycle from that
With
set.
Words of Wind. That's
No,
the way the blue-green version wins.
Unfortunately, I believe it's confirmed that Christopher Rush has passed away. That's definitely unfortunate to hear. Guy that's illustrated Black Lotus. Definitely one of the most iconic cards in Magic.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Sorry to hear. And we do have an equipment followed up on Andrew's side. It's a Sword of.
Foily and hard to see on the stream.
I believe it's the blue-red one.
Fire
Yeah,
Ice?
it's sort of Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice. There we go. That's gonna definitely put the beating on pretty quick.
Any equipment on a Mirran Crusader is a beating because it gets to trigger twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're at
If
91
he connects
viewers
with
here.
the sword next turn, that is lethal.
Let's see, 4, 8,
12.
10, 12,
Plus
the
one
one
from the mother. Yep.
Other ruins.
We
gonna
can
be
do
on-
math, guys. We are definitely the A-team commentator. I don't care what Rudy says. We can count to 13.
You guys are the gold team.
Yeah.
Gold team. Gold team rules.
Better
the
streamers
gold standard.
confirm we can count to 13. Or better commentators.
Isn't the wrong count also at 13?
I believe it's at still
Because Simba
11.
can certainly
I'm
count to
sure.
13.
I think it's at
Oh,
11.
please let it be higher than 11, so that's another one.
Now,
Yep. Christopher Rush is, in fact, no longer with us, sadly.
it's definitely sad to hear.
I met him at GPDC, the Legacy one, a couple years ago.
Ooh. Yep, I remember seeing him at, I think he's been at all the Eternal Weekends, or at least one 2 years ago.
I had him sign my bolts and my brainstorms.
Yeah, I have my brainstorms from him signed. My favorite art of brainstorm.
And which one is that?
The
Ice Age,
one.
obviously.
Oh,
You definitely can't argue about this the
Dude,
day
you-
Christopher Rush passed away.
If you
All
argue
right,
this right now,
I will let it go. Alright, so I'm just informed that we are at 96 viewers. That is fantastic. Let's get as many as we can. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching, please like us on Facebook, share us, share the stream, share us with anybody that you think would enjoy it. Anybody that wants to see some great legacy games going, wants to hear some great commentary from myself and my other commentators here. From the gold standard.
Forge. Picking, I don't know, probably Batterskull, maybe G2.
Yeah, I mean,
What is the white card on Greece's side? I can't really see the art.
It is solitary confinement.
Okay.
Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you at the beginning of your upkeep. Discard a card it, or sacrifice it.
that's gonna be quite good here.
And you skip your draw step, I believe.
Well, with Grace's Enchantress in play, it's gonna be easier for her to stay up on cards. Hopefully, she has a few enchantments in her hand. Hey, honey, I'm gonna let her out. Hey, love you. Right, sorry about that, guys. I stepped away for a moment, and it looks like too much hasn't changed. Looks like we have a canopy. No, horizon canopy. There we go. Puppy. What? Did you guys hear my dog? Is that why?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
we heard Lucy.
Yep. My adorable little puppy.
Oddly enough, Lucy kind of looks like the dog head in chat.
A little bit. She is a German Shepherd mix, 3 months old, and she is absolutely adorable.
She is quite adorable.
Oh,
I
let's
can't
see.
wait to smother her in hugs and kisses.
Yep, she definitely likes biting people's hair, so you might want to watch out there.
That's what the button's for.
So it looks like she's starting with discard, plays a land. Has an enchantment to draw.
And it's a red enchantment. I don't know which one it is, but ooh, and we have a Flicker Wisp taking out that solitary confinement. and we got
And
some good
lethal
beats.
Lethal
comes in.
attack.
Yep, definitely. I believe it's one more than lethal. He's attacking for
No,
14,
it's
and Grace is
that's a
going.
wrong count. It's
It was
not.
it was
I
13
know.
last
I'm
time.
just
Plus
messing
one
with
from
you.
Stoneforge Mystic. There we go. And looks like we're going to be going to a game 3.
Yeah, Grace that time didn't really draw any enchantments to get the engine going. Just kind of drew lots of lands and sat there and died.
Yep. Here, I'm going to be right back.
And once again, somebody attacked with some creatures, and the game ended. Oh no. Simba left? This is the perfect time to make fun of him, though, is during sideboarding.
We should agree to slap bets for him in his absence.
Ooh, I like that.
I can act as his proxy.
Oh man. You're gonna get him in some trouble.
You're gonna get him
I
DCI
agree
banned.
You
to
should just
all
say
terms.
wrong
We
things for
can't
him.
even mention proxies.
Unconditional slap bets.
Unconditional slap bets.
I'm interested to see what Andrew changed. Maybe he hadn't brought in something.
He may have realized that sorts of pot shares isn't very good. And he might be trying to switch those around with something else.
The chat's getting in on some of the slap bets with you guys.
Yeah. Not really.
All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you. Let's see. So did I miss anything important?
Kory
Just
agreed to a
shuffling.
bunch of shitty slap bets for you
I'm sorry,
Grace.
by
Patrick.
proxy.
Grace again pile shuffles. Huge misplay.
Well, she's got a whole 17 minutes on the clock, so hopefully it's not going to be too impactful in this match. So, slap bets. What happened? I don't want to.
You lost 3 slap bets while you were gone.
I don't think I did.
I mean, Kory took over for you by proxy.
I definitely did not consent to that.
3 swift slaps.
On what? What were the bets? What were these
Chat?
so-called bets?
Chat, fill him in.
Ooh. So, well, apparently Justin is saying the slap was 3 slaps in the bank for whoever wins the two-headed giant games.
Ooh.
Oh
I
no.
want to slap Rudy real bad.
Another turn 1 Aether Vial for Andrew.
Yeah.
He has
Ooh.
consistently drawn turn 1 Aether Vial. I can never do that when I play a deck with Aether Vial.
Yeah, I think he's had it every single game that we've seen him play, right?
Yeah. I can't think of a single game where he hasn't gone.
That's certainly.
Did he do it? Did he do it last round? I don't. He might not have done it last. Or
Yeah,
last
No,
game.
last game. Yeah, he didn't have
He did
the
not
last game.
have an.
That was the
Aether
one time he hasn't done it.
Yeah.
Every other one, he's gone turn 1 Aether Vial. Pretty slow start out of Grace, just playing Sterling Grove.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely a pretty slow one for Grace, but
Not under
hopefully-
much pressure.
yep, not under too much pressure with just a mom here, but Thalia or Stoneforge Mystic end of turn here could, or at her end of turn could be pretty bad. And it looks like we're at 80 viewers. That's pretty great, or at least that's what I'm seeing here on the stream right now.
I like how you started covering yourself for the wrong counts.
Hey man, the chat has been brutal here. It's
Dude, they just
I
don't
gotta-
like you.
I gotta cover all my bases. Is that true, chat? Do you not like me? Please say it isn't so.
Chat, please.
got another Enchantress effect out. It looks like.
Yeah,
for
well, that's definitely
Grace.
looking good. And I can't
I
really
can't
tell
imagine.
what creature that is for Andrew. I know there's a Mother of Ruins. Is that a
He tapped
wink?
one for both of them, so I think they're
Oh,
both.
so it's just
It's
another
both
Mother.
Mother of Runes.
Yeah, 1 mana, 1/1s. They
I can't
definitely.
imagine Grace having very much to do to trigger these Enchantress effects.
Yeah, especially off
With
just
how
2
slow her
mana.
draw has been.
Yeah,
She has
she
this.
had.
She can always sacrifice Sterling Grove to go get something.
Yep, and that could definitely get things going.
Or is that?
What?
Utopia
did
Sprawl.
How
did
did
the
she
wrong
cast?
count go up?
She's been wastelanded twice.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
That
see
was the
second
first
time.
thing I looked at.
I was like,
Or
how did she
I like
even
just
cast
noticed it.
this?
Yeah, I just noticed
Those are
it too
both
before that,
forests.
and yeah.
All right, all right. Good to know that you caught that because I did not.
Yep, so we have a Utopia Sprawl naming White. Trunken Hat, please don't leave us. It's not our fault. No Eldrazi aggro decks
It's
have showed up
directly
tonight.
your fault.
Definitely is not my fault. I have no control over who shows up at the Great Curio Cavern.
You have some control over some of the people who show up.
Another Utopia Sprawl.
Hey man, I did my best trying to get Chris Miner and TJ Martin to show up. Maybe we can get some Nick Fit action or some Reanimator.
Ooh, Reanimator would be sweet.
Yep, I know TJ Martin has definitely been a big fan of that deck.
Dog's going nuts there.
Oh yeah, she is definitely a little bit energetic.
Matt Bamonte does not seem to be pleased.
Apamonte, who is that?
Jeff
Oh, Matt
Hoogland's
Bamonte.
handy dandy sidekick, obviously.
What's Unreal? I see Matt Beyonce says Unreal. That's it. Yeah.
It's like a Council's Judgment. That's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to
Eldrazi in all
target.
formats.
So can get rid of whatever.
Definitely.
The Thought Seer has to be good in Vintage, right? I guess you can't cast it off Workshop, so it's probably terrible.
Yeah.
Costs 4. If it costs 3,
And you could play it off Workshop.
well, I mean, you could play it off like Lotus.
Yeah. No, you can't. Lotus can't make colorless mana.
Oh, that. God, I'm so used to that, like, not even mattering.
I know, right?
And we have a wrong count 13.
So he's not wrong then. Our wrong count is in fact 13.
Oh man, but he said it was
Unfortunately.
below. He said it was 11 earlier. When
I
it
thought
wasn't
we-
11 then.
I
Because we haven't gotten any recently.
we've been at 13. Oh, so we're at 14 now.
Yeah.
Well, then I've been going off some misinformation here.
Oh man.
Ooh, Oblivion Ring. This is a card that I have not seen in a long time. Good old O-Ring. And let's see what the O-Ring is targeting. Did it already have a target? I'm not sure.
In the Slam-A-Jam,
Yeah, the
there was
Crusader was declared target.
Okay, so Lancy Pants, these sprawls are set to white. And I believe that's an elephant grass?
That's an Oblivion. Oh, the elephant grass next to the Oblivion Ring,
Yeah.
you mean?
She just
Yeah.
played an elephant grass.
There's like a weird glare in that one spot.
Yeah. Hey Lucy.
Lucy is not pleased with you.
She just doesn't like elephant grass. It's okay, girl. Yeah, unfortunately, Matt Monte Chris Russ did pass away. We did get that confirmed.
Wilson, the world is still at my fingertips. And yes, Matt, sadly, Chris Rush did die.
Yeah, I am consistently worse at getting things right the more I drink.
Yep.
Things don't look that great for Grace. She doesn't have any way to like
Draw cards.
draw extra cards.
Yeah, she doesn't
Although
really
that
have an
might be
engine
changing
going.
here.
Yep, it looks like we
Looks
have
like
another
it's-
Enchantress entering play.
She searched it out with Sterling Grove.
Nope,
I don't
so
think
just
she
being
can.
searched.
Well, actually, no. She should be able to cast it because she's floating 1 mana from the sprawl. No, is
Or
it to sacrifice Sterling Grove?
Or maybe she paid it with the cumulative upkeep.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Yep.
And it looks like we're at 92 viewers, somewhere between 90 and 92. I'm getting 2 numbers here on the Skype call and the Twitch stream. But that is definitely great to see. Very happy to have 90 viewers here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
What is happening?
Oh no, we're down to 88. I'm so sorry. I guess I won't talk about how many viewers we have anymore.
That is a wrong count.
How is it a wrong count?
You were wrong.
It fluctuated.
Yeah, to make you incorrect.
No, I was correct at the time.
That's a synonym for wrong.
No, absolutely not. If I said right now, oh, we have 90 viewers, that would be incorrect, apparently.
That's what you just said.
No, I said that before. I said it a couple minutes ago when we had 90 viewers.
The plot thickens, eh?
Absolutely. Yep, and we do have confirmation that it is deemed lag is not wrong.
Flicker Wisp, targeting Elephant Grass.
And it looks like we're
Is it
having
for
some
lethal again?
beats.
Yep. It should. Well, he's should be lethal.
Does he still have a Mirror Crusader in play? Is that what that card is between the mother? Oh,
Looks like it.
So. Yep. So that is gonna be the match for Andrew. Wow. So Harlan's prediction that Death and Taxes would be stomped is incorrect, but it's really just because Grace's draws in games 2 and 3 weren't particularly strong. She wasn't really able to keep an Enchantress in play or chain together a bunch of cheap enchantments, drawing extra cards.
Definitely a combo deck where you have to. There's nothing really else in the deck except the combo. Like there's no way to really do anything without it.
Yeah, it's just one big piece. Yep, I guess Justin, he was technically wrong in his prediction of how the match would go.
But he was also right in the fact that people would attack with creatures.
Yep.
But mostly wrong.
I'm going to be right back, guys.
All right, no problem. And it looks like we do have an official wrong count at 14.
Oh, man. Dude, the bot.
Yep. So, Harlan, did we say it would be over 17? So do we need to get to 18, or do we need to get to 17?
No, it was 17.
Okay. All right. So
You're
we have
so screwed, man. Our average is much more than 3 per round.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to.
We started
really...
at 6, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yes, we
started
we
at
started at
6.
5. So,
So-
because,
Wait.
No,
Now
we
we're
definitely
15.
we started at 3. The first one was 4.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought Kory said they were already
Which
at
is a
4.
wrong count for Simba.
I don't think so.
You said 6 just now.
Timed path. Nothing really happens at 17 unless you want something to happen. But earlier in the stream, me and Harlan had a disagreement about how high the wrong count would go, and yeah. So
See, it has to be accidental. If it's like very clearly like just
Intentional.
trolling, it doesn't count.
intentional wrong counts are not wrong counts.
Also, I haven't actually contributed a real wrong count tonight,
Ah,
which is very true. I thought I had one, and it got rolled a misplay.
all right. Well, thank you, Harlan. So it's really just
Yeah,
been
man.
it's really
you're
mostly been
earning
me.
it all on your own.
I've had 2.
That's fine. That's okay. I know I'm gonna be wrong. Hopefully we get there. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
if we're gonna be able to get another match here with 6 minutes left. So let's try to let's
No, we're
hammer out-
starting next round.
Oh, yep.
Start next round early.
Yeah, I guess Grace's match was the last one. But here, let's try to figure out these details for this charity event we're trying to get going. With where I will be covered
Called
in
Simba
syrup.
and Syrup.
I like the alliteration. Rolls off the tongue. So, are there any other things we should do? Oh, we got somebody popping in there underneath the stream.
Yeah, that was Aaron.
Oh, nice. Slathered in syrup. That is. I don't know if I like slathered.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right, ooh, do we have Chris Barrett again? I believe so. That's
Chris Barrett, the always twice on camera Jund player.
yep. Appears so. Shuntai, I don't know if we're actually going to be doing syrup wrestling. I don't know
Oh my god.
who would want
That should
to.
be the 2v2.
Oh god, I'm okay with that. I can take Honorog, and I know Harlan,
Yeah.
you wrestled in high school, right?
Yeah, we got
All right,
this.
yeah. We'll do that.
Oh yeah.
That can be
That's something we could easily stream.
absolutely. That can be the main event for our charity event here.
Oh my god. I don't know if I could play a Battle of Woodstack.
I'm back.
We have a request from Shuntai to be your partner here for the.
Oh my god. Dude, Neto and I would dominate.
Yeah, unfortunately, Neto, this is personal here with
Yeah,
our
this
commentators.
is a blood feud.
Yeah. It has-
Alpha versus Gold.
I'm just like guest
You're an
commentating.
innocent bystander, man.
I have no stake in this.
Ooh, it looks like Rudy
Aside
thinks
from
he
the
can.
fact that gold is better than alpha.
Everybody loves gold. But it
You
looks
forget
like...
how slippery I'm going to be covered in syrup.
I'm sorry, Shuntai. I'm not. I don't think I'd be using a champion for this event. I'm gonna have to do it myself. If Harlan wants to ask you to be his champion, that's fine.
What happened?
Neto wanted
yeah.
to be a champion.
Neto can certainly fight in my place.
Really, Harlan? You're gonna back out on me?
Dude, I get to watch Neto beat the tar out of Rudy in syrup. That sounds so worth it.
Jund versus Elves.
Ooh, this is gonna be. I feel like this is a rough matchup for Elves. Barrett's gonna have things like Lightning Bolt, Punishing Fire, a bunch of just really efficient removal.
I always liked this matchup from the Jund side, and I
Yeah.
normally always lose to Elves, so that's actually saying something.
I wonder if we can get some sort of charity counter. If we can get people to donate to Snapcasters and get some sort of level, or see how much has been donated for this syrup battle.
If we ever took donations for charities, it would just be 100% for charity. We wouldn't pocket any of it.
All right, that's fine with me. I'm always down. We could let's
I
if anybody.
feel like I'm happy to front the bill on the syrup.
All right, so we've got one contribution ready. If any of you guys in the chat,
You gotta get the good syrup, though, not the crappy kind.
pure maple.
Turn 1,
Straight out of Canada.
Green Sun for Giant.
Oh, Canada.
Always a great start.
Yep. So we've got a. Oh nope, Lucy, don't chew my headphones. We've
Chew,
got a-
Lucy, chew.
All right, so we've got a Green Sun Zenith followed up by a Deathrite Shaman and a Nettle Sentinel
Sick.
with
Looks like
Wooded
Chris has a
Foothills.
lightning bolt, though.
Yep, this is definitely a good start for Chad. Hopefully, he's going to be able to overpower Chris's removal. Yep, so there's going to be a lightning bolt on this Deathrite Shaman, and Chris is going to be taking his second turn.
Looks like
Okay.
he has a Hymn to Torak, Wooded Foothills, and then he shuffles his hand again. Wow, I never realized how annoying it must be for the commentators when I do that.
Yeah. So I believe I see a Tarmogoyf, maybe a Sylvan Library, 2 cards that look pretty similar. Not entirely sure.
Probably a Sylvan Library, because it's the only
White border?
white-bordered green card that I could think of that he would probably be playing in Jund.
Yeah. Unless it's another. Yeah, that I believe that is a Sylvan Library.
It's like he opts to go with him.
All right,
Oh, so-
this game's going pretty well for Chris.
Yep. Yep. Lucy.
Chad down to 1 card, plus whatever he draws this turn.
Yeah, but it looks like it was a land. Or there's at least 1 land in his hand, but we're going to get a beat for 3 with the Dryad Arbor and that Nettle Sentinel.
Oh man, the old white splash in the elf deck.
What is that
Another-
splash for, Harlan?
He probably has Kasali
Gaddock
Pride
Teague?
Mage and Gaddock Teague.
It's definitely a very good card against Miracles.
Looks like another hymn to draw for Chris. Not exactly what you want when your opponent attacks you with a Dryad Arbor and a Nettle Sentinel and just plays a land.
Yep.
I mean, it could get like a... Well, no, I don't know. Crater Hoof could be in his hand. He can cast anything else.
Hmm. Yep, so what did we have on Chris's side? Just a pass with no
Just a
third land?
pass.
But we do have a Punishing Fire on that Nettle Sentinel.
He's another Punishing Fire. It's like 2 Punishing Fires.
2 Punishing Fires, and it looks like Chad doesn't really have much going on here. It's gonna...
He's gonna get a
Take-
Dryad Arbor. End of turn.
Do they play 2 Dryad Arbors in Elves? I thought
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a 1 of...
Yeah, they play 2.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's going to be able to get some beats going. And with Chris not having a Grove of the
Also
Burnt Willows,
Gives him
hopefully-
the out of land natural order.
Yep.
I probably would have played the Goyf over the Punishing Fire that turn, just to get some pressure in play.
Yep, but it looks like Chris is just on the Disruption plan with another Hymn to Turok. And it looks like a Crater Hoof and a
Crater Hoof
Bayou.
and a Bayou.
Okay, so he
Hit
did
the
have the
yard.
Crater Hoof in hand.
And
Or he drew it.
We got a Glimpse of Nature, followed up with a Nettle Sentinel, so we're going to have a draw. Hopefully we can chain together some more stuff, maybe. Nope, but we just have an attack for 2 and pass. And it looks like we have another Punishing Fire in Chris's hand. This is
Oh
definitely...
man, he just wants to kill everything before playing a threat.
Well, is that a natural order? Is that a natural order in Chad's hand?
I'm not sure. I think there's a... I believe I'm seeing another Glimpse of Nature, so I'm not exactly sure.
There's an Elvish Visionary.
Was that an attack from Chad? No. Oh, no. So we
No,
have
it's a cast glimpse. Just to
Okay.
cycle the glimpse.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like a natural order in his hand.
Yep, he's just a mana short applying it.
So things still could very easily go bad for Chris, despite how everything was going his way.
Also, Craterhoof, even if it's not for lethal, Jund is almost stone cold to it.
Yeah.
They have to edict it with Liliana, or maybe they play one Maelstrom Pulse.
Chris opting to Punishing Fire another Dryad Arbor.
Yep, that's going to deny him on some
Just
mana and
sets
deny him.
fire to all the arbors.
Yep. Let's see if Chris finally decides to deploy one of these Tarmogoyfs that have been sitting in his hand. Get some pressure going. Yep, so I believe we do have a natural order in hand. So it looks like if Chad's going to be able to untap, we might have maybe a second Crater Hoof, maybe a Progenitus coming down. But we have a pass. Still no. Chris is not going to be playing these Tarmogoyfs here.
Does the Legacy Jund run a main deck Toxic Deluge?
It isn't as common as Shardless Bug, but
Okay.
it definitely is possible.
It certainly seems like a perfectly reasonable card for John to be playing.
Chad shouldn't be able to natural order here because Chris should target the same land and exile it instead. Therefore, Chad makes no mana.
Yep, but Chad does have... He is capable of using that Wirewood Symbiote.
Yeah, you can return the Elvish Visionary to untap the Drethred Shaman to make the mana again.
And that looks like that is what
Looks
he's
like the
doing.
play.
And tapping. Oh, it looks like we might have
And
a
I
response here.
Yeah, I think Chris has a Abrupt Decay, which he should be using to kill the Deathred Shaman. Here,
But I
for
believe he
sure.
might have a second Abrupt Decay. Oh, I guess.
Nope.
Maybe not.
Yeah, now he should definitely cast Natural Order here.
Yeah, I mean, well, we don't really know what other targets Chad has, but
From the way he's playing it, he might just have the Crater Hoof and be trying to go for the kill
Yeah,
in one turn, which
They normally
I think
play
is,
two, but I guess
think
he
is
might not have a
incorrect,
second one.
and he should just a Crater Hoof with nothing else would be probably enough to.
Yeah, Chris is also at 10, so it just puts him at 4 that turn.
yeah.
Oh, and Chris had the second Abrupt Decay there.
That's an interesting
Probably
line.
a little greedy to let the Deathrite untap.
Yeah. But it looks like there's another Hymn to Torok. And let's see if Chris finally wants to... yep, there goes the Natural Order. And let's see if he wants to be playing that Tarmogoyf.
Feels like it's got to be time, right? He can't even top deck a Natural Order and cast it.
Yeah. And... Ooh, we
He's
have a
thinking
debate.
about Sylvan Library. It looks like.
You got to kill him at some point.
Nope.
Apparently not.
Chris says no.
I mean,
He just wants to kill all the stuff.
Yeah, he's just gonna draw some more removal spells and get the job done that way. I can't blame him. Definitely love some Sylvan Library. But let's see. It looks like we have a Green Sun Zenith for 1. It appears. Certainly a very good draw. Ooh, it looks like we have a new follower. I'm sorry, I can't really read it. The stream's a little
It's
fuzzy.
the real breakdown. Thanks for the follow, friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to The Real Breakdown. We appreciate you following us. We'll definitely keep you up to date on all of our streams, and we hope to see you in the future. So we have a Green Sun Zenith for a Wirewood Symbiote. That's going to allow Chad to draw some extra cards with his Elvish Visionary. Potentially chaining that with more Elves to activate that Heritage Druid. And we have a Bloodbraid Elf off the top from Chris.
Excellent card to have when you have a Sylvan Library in play and can stack your deck.
Yep. And yep, we're going to be getting a Bloodbraid Elf into a Deathrite Shaman. Definitely not the most potent top deck for Chris, but he's going to be able to clear off the top of his library a little bit. And he'll have a fresh Sylvan Library for next turn.
Looks like he offered the shuffle to his opponent for his 2 cards, which
Ooh, we have another.
technically you are supposed to do.
Absolutely, we have another follower. I'm sorry, I still can't read it.
It was J-Man Pro.
Thank you, J-Man Pro. We appreciate you following the stream. Hopefully, if you want to check out the Snapcasters page, you can get a full schedule of the weekly streams. And I know Kory has done some streams of some bigger legacy events on the weekends, so hopefully we'll have some more stuff like that in the future for you.
Dude, Legacy's sweet.
Absolutely.
SVV Gordon, or maybe SW Gordon, I couldn't tell. It looked like 2 Vs. Shoutouts, man. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Picks up his Elvish Visionary and casts it for like the 3rd time this game.
Yep, and it looks
Guy's
like
Cradle, that's a good draw.
And
Did
he use the symbiote twice?
No. He returned at end of turn.
Oh, okay. Alright, fantastic. And it looks like we're going to be chaining up some cards. Chad's building up a bit of a board.
Yeah, I think this is why you wanted to deploy a Goyf earlier when they're still struggling to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Because at least that way when you're like killing their stuff again, you're at least clocking them for 4 a turn.
Yep. And the real breakdown, I know Curio does get a few people playing Painter Servant from time to time, so hopefully we can get some Painter matches for you in the future. If not, we'll keep an eye out if anybody's playing. Maybe we can get them deck tech. Ooh, Yule Kills. Thank you for following. And timed path, is that correct? We really appreciate it. And we're at 90 viewers on the Skype chat and 91 it appears to be on the old stream here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And it looks like Chad is he's really battled back. He's developed quite a board state. These creatures aren't really going to be not going to be getting too much damage through with double Wirewood Symbiote being able to block and bounce.
But he does have 2 Death Rights too.
Ooh.
Yep. That's going to
Oh,
be
there we go.
grove.
Punishing.
And now we got
Punishing
that
Fire online. Chris can actually kill both the symbiotes this turn, which is nice. I don't know why he didn't. He could have returned both the Punishing Fires and made 2 mana with both Death Rights.
Well, couldn't does Chad have a Deathrite Shaman? Is that what that glared card is at the bottom of the screen?
I believe it's a Heritage Druid.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
So
And you definitely can't choke him on mana at this point. You might as well try and choke him on cards.
But it looks like we might be having a Green
Oh.
Sun Zenith
Looks
for
like a
Crater
green
Hoof.
sun.
Crater Hoof, yeah.
Looks like that's going to be the game. I'm not going to bother doing the math. It certainly seems like a lot, but looks like Chris is going to finally be using these punishing fires here.
Well, as it stands, he has 7 creatures, so they'll get +8/+8 trample.
Yeah, but if Chris kills two dudes here, they'll just go down to 5, and then they'll get +6/+6, which still should be more than enough with Chris Barrett at 8 and only having 4 toughness on the board. And he's not even going to be able to block with these Deathrite Shamans. So this might be all she wrote for Chris here, game 1. And the Green Sun Zenith will be resolving. Let's see if Chad does have the second Crater Hoof, and he does. And Chris is going to scoop it out. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Harlan. Chris might have been better off playing a Tarmogoyf and being able to put on some more pressure. I don't know. We can't say exactly if Chris would have been able to take that game down if he took a turn off or two, killing some creatures, but looking back on the game, it certainly seems like it was a better play.
I'm kind of surprised Chad didn't go for the natural order earlier. Just
yeah,
to make a Crater Hoof.
Yeah, he did have one turn where he could get it.
Yeah. I know some Elves players don't actually consider Crater Hoof a card until it's lethal. So maybe he just didn't even think about it. But
yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's definitely really hard for Chris to deal with a 5/5 creature that's able to dodge Abrupt Decay.
It's pretty much Liliana or Toxic Deluge.
Toxic Deluge, Maelstrom Pulse, or just a couple of Goyfs. Yeah, let's see.
Seems like Chad's boarding a lot of cards here.
Yeah, I think it looks like maybe another Natural Order and some Abrupt Decays.
Yeah,
and I don't know what that fifth card is.
Maybe a Progenitus?
I don't know. It doesn't look like a gold card for me. Ooh, so it looks like Justin's telling us that Chris has Pernicious Deed. That's certainly a very powerful card against the Elves.
Deed is a big game. It even kills Dryad Arbor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Gotta love old templating.
Yep.
Looks like Chris is boarding in a Golgari Charm. And I didn't see what else.
Yep, Golgari Charm, maybe a Toxic Deluge if there's one on the board. Yep. Deed is definitely very strong. Oh, it looks like we have a Grafdigger's Cage.
Grafdigger's Cage is really good against Elves also. Shuts down a lot of their main game plan.
Yep. No more Natural Order, no more Green Sun Zenith.
No more fetching Dryad Arbor.
Yep, that's certainly nice.
I hadn't even thought about that one, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've actually been trying Grafdigger's Cage in my modern sideboard of Infect, because I found a lot of trouble with the Chord decks. And it helps a lot in that matchup.
Especially if you plan on cutting Dryad Arbor yourself.
Yeah. I was boarding it out in that matchup most of the time anyway.
Yeah. Good old Cagerino.
Good old Cagerino.
So, Yo Kills, they're playing for Curio Cavern's store credit. This is just a weekly tournament here in Springfield, Virginia at the Curio Cavern. And of course, they're playing for glory as well.
It's a battle of pride.
They're playing to play Legacy, the best format in Magic.
Yep. They're playing for Simba to fangirl over them later.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure I'll be asking Chris Barrett for his signature later, next time I see him.
Dude, we haven't gotten a single wrong count in this first game. What the hell?
Fantastic.
They're both playing decks that we know.
Yep, that definitely helps.
It's not Enchantress.
No.
I mean, Jund was the first deck I ever picked.
Oh my god, is this Kevin Jones? This name has to be Kevin Jones, right?
I guess so.
Puppy!
Yo Kills, I don't know if there's food involved in the tournament, but there is a delicious Thai place right next to Curio on the other side of the shopping center. I definitely would recommend that. Oh, but it looks like we're battling for donuts, apparently.
Is that a triple Grove hand?
It looks like it, with a Golgari Charm, a Hymn to Torok, a Bloodstained Mire, and a Tarmogoyf.
I am planning on playing... If the tournament was tomorrow, I'd be playing Kalos Eldrazi. But I think I can find a decent build of Infect for the tournament.
JM?
Oh my god, JM, I love you.
I respect your
The
decision.
true people's champion.
I don't agree with it, but you are entitled to your vote.
It's like Chris is going to send back the triple Grove hand.
Alright, this is a time where I disagree with the pile shuffle. I feel like it's wasting my life, EV.
Well, they got, 28 minutes left. It's like two rounds
we
of
got
Magic.
we got a question about Infect, and you guys want to take that one?
I'm going to be right back, guys.
What do we need for Infect? What do you mean?
I'm assuming timed means, like, what are some of the cards needed for the deck?
Oh, I would go check out... There's usually quite a few of them in the archives of Star City, but I think Todd just recorded a league with it on the premium side if you have SCG Premium. If not, you can check out their deck lists on scg.com or starcitygames.com.
Chris keeps his 6 and scries to the bottom very quick.
Looks like we got a turn 1 Death Ray Shaman here from Chris.
Looks like he scried a Wasteland at the bottom. If you're planning on fetching turn 1, it literally doesn't matter. But
And we have a Wooded Foothills
Oh, man.
for the Green Sun Zenith.
Conveniently, I was wrong.
About what?
What they meant by Infect. What do you need for Infect?
I think that's a miscommunication, not really wrong. And,
Commissioner approved.
well, I guess I'm...
In all caps.
really, Kory told us wrong. That's
Well, it's a team
entirely
effort
on him.
here at Snapcasters to bring you the gold standard.
Absolutely.
It's true.
And, Yo Kills.
We are all wrong together.
Yo Kills.
We accept it
Curio
as a team.
Cavern.
It looks like Chris thinking about if he wants to Wasteland the Dryad Arbor.
Yep.
He could.
I
I
certainly
think
would.
I can't really tell what else is in his hand.
Yep. But Yo Kills, Curio Cavern holds a bunch of tournaments. I believe there's even a IQ this weekend, but I believe there's at least what it seems to be like at least 2 SCG IQs every weekend. There's weekly tournaments just about every day. I believe Monday, I haven't played in a long time, but I know Wednesday is Legacy, Thursday is Modern, and Friday is, I believe they're still doing the standard FNM at 7 and another draft FNM at 11. If you guys want to get some late night drafting going, I believe standard was on Tuesday, but it looks like they might be moving that towards the weekend. And we also have a standard PPTQ on the 20th of this month.
Dude, PPTQs are kind of sweet.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm
I do
excited.
miss the old PTQ system, but PPTQs are like GPTs that people actually want to go to, so stores actually just get a lot of traffic.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've been to one since they switched the system.
Oh, so I've just been informed that the FNM format rotates week to week, but I believe draft is still at 11.
Good old
Bob the play
Dark
for
Bob Fidant. Card is so good.
That is
I
one
think that
where
card's criminally underplayed, actually.
in
with-
Legacy or
Let's see.
Just in general. It's just
Yep.
such a good Magic card.
I've died several times to Bob's,
Oh,
but
I
that
have
never
too.
stopped me from playing them. I love the card.
absolutely. I don't think I've ever cast Dark Confidant, to be honest.
It's
I feel like that should count to the wrong count. That is just wrong to have never played that card. Greatness at any cost, man.
I don't know. I just feel like Dark Confidant doesn't really fit himself much into decks with Tundra. Or decks that I want to be playing with Tundra.
I mean, that's what you get for wanting to play Tundra. Card sucks.
I love me some Tundra. How do I cast my Brainstorm and Swords to Plowshares?
You don't?
I assume Chad's attacking Liliana here because Chris is looking like he's deciding on whether or not he wants to block.
And we got a guy's Cradle.
Kory runs a tight ship here. We only want the high rollers donating.
Oh
No,
no.
man, you gotta be committed to the cause.
I'm interested.
Did he
Dude,
why
$1,400
did
is a lot of syrup.
he play the Cradle? I'm a little bit
This-
curious about that one.
Into the wasteland?
Into the Wasteland. Unless he's trying to get Chris to go down on lands, which is possible.
I think that's reasonable.
But he has a Bobbin play, which doesn't seem great to me to make that play.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
It was gonna get discarded anyway to...
The Liliana that he killed?
Longer. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm curious about why he made the play. He could have forgotten that he killed the Liliana and was just like, "Oh, now I have to play this, so I don't discard it."
Yeah, who knows?
But this definitely looks like it might be turning into Chad's favor, especially with
Man,
Double
I
wire
really,
with
really wish
Simba.
we had a cradle for this draw
Yeah,
step here. Off
that'd be
the...
making things a lot
visionary.
better. And it looks like we do have 3 elves, but it looks like Chris has a lightning bolt that he's going to be killing off something here. It's going to be a bolt on one of the symbiotes.
Abrupt Decay.
Oh, Abrupt Decay, excuse me. I knew he had lightning bolt in hand. I just got tunnel vision there for a second.
Probably figures he should use the one that costs more in case he wants to.
Yeah, in a future turn.
You can certainly do that, but no promises on it making it out.
Wow, you would deny charity, Harlan? Is that what you were
Dude.
saying?
I gotta buy syrup, man. Syrup ain't cheap. It's still going to a good cause. It's just not.
Absolutely.
Chad plays a Death Right of his own and gets in there for 2. Him to Torak doesn't seem great here.
But there was a punishing fire at the top. Chris just needs to find a Grove of the Burnwells.
Well, we know there's somewhere in his deck close together if he shuffled badly.
Yep.
Dude, we should make a GoFundMe
Ooh.
for syrup wrestling.
Well, yep, we can certainly link that here on Snapcasters.
Oh, maybe it should be honey wrestling, so it's the gold standard.
Is Gold Standard a honey brand?
No, honey is golden.
No? Okay. I'm sorry I'm not up to date on all my brands of
I'm
honey.
surprised Chris didn't respond to the ability and take his chance to kill the Queer Ranger.
But it looks like we got another Novice Visionary again. What is more viscous, honey or syrup? I feel like that might affect the wrestling. One might be thicker, harder to... Harlan donates plasma and makes triple because he bleeds pure gold.
I bleed
Sure.
pure value.
Molasses wrestling.
Oh, I'm out. No.
I think we're just gonna keep it at syrup, guys.
Dude, I'm game for honey. Honey would at least be delicious.
Do you not like syrup?
Not as much as honey. You're
Honey
a
is-
madman if you like syrup more.
Honey is good for you.
Dude, I might get a Waffle House after this. I think about it.
I'm going to go to bed. I'm quite tired.
Chad's building up quite the
What are you,
momentum
90?
this turn.
Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of mana coming here on Chad's side.
I feel like this is going to be some kind of a crater hoof.
Let's see if he can get there. Looks like we're going down
Or
to
he's
0
going to draw a
mana.
bunch more cards.
And Chris is still not yet responding. Three more mana.
Oh! I'm going to pull the trigger.
Alright, and we do have a lightning bolt.
We should definitely be using Punishing Fire here, right? Just because it's more mana efficient.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yes, Pagan Trunk. This is going to be our last match of the night.
Oh no, we need to get the wrong count up, guys. Chat, we gotta get Simba to fuck up.
Green Sun for 1.
Green Sun probably getting a maybe another Heritage Druid, or I don't know what other one drop you could be getting here.
I'm not super familiar with elves. I can't even talk. I'm getting tired.
He certainly does have a lot of options.
Yeah. It could just be like a Nettle Sentinel. Looks like he's contemplating Weirwood Symbiote. Or a Heritage Druid. Well, Deathrite Shaman, he's got a lot of one drops in this deck.
Yeah. Should definitely be
Mostly
symbiote though, I think.
1-drops.
I said Evs. There was no L in that. I'm tired. I've been up since like 5.
And it looks like we have a pass the turn here.
Maybe Chad's goal is to have Chris ultimately die. Ooh, that's a good draw. Ultimately
Yep.
die to his Bob. And a lightning bolt.
Ooh, that's quite good. And it looks like he'll be able to cast both. Probably going to be killing the symbiote. And
Deathrite Shaman. So he can make sure he gets back Punishing Fire.
yep. Unless the Quarian Ranger can bounce an elf.
He could just wasteland the bayou, so the Deathrite can't eat the punch.
That's true.
Heads up play from Harlan here.
They always are.
And we got a Deathrite Shaman activation targeting one of his lands. Looks like we might be getting. Nope, nope, just going on with Chad's turn.
Yeah, it looks like Chris might not be that experienced in this matchup. It seems like he's been just a little behind the curve on a lot of these turns.
Yeah. Because it looks like with all these Widewood symbiotes, he could be bouncing more elves, untapping and retapping his Deathrite Shaman to start draining.
Well, that
Chris
would be
online?
Chad. I meant Chris seems a little shaky on
Oh.
his line each turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are multiple turns where he could have killed a better target.
Yeah, or like done it on his turn
Yeah.
to get more value and things like that. This matchup's really hard though. Like,
Yeah.
I just constantly lose to elves.
I
and
lost
feel like
to
I do
Elves
most things
last
correctly.
night. I got like turn 3 or 4 Crater Hoofed both games. Just
Yeah.
hard cast. Feels bad.
Always
Well,
does.
I think I'm pretty positive lifetime against elves, but I do play decks
Lucky.
that have quite good matchups.
Yeah, like Bug Delver.
I haven't played Bug Delver versus elves. So let's see.
That's probably why you had a good matchup.
Mostly Miracles and Esper Control, my baby.
Looks like he is taking your suggested path of banning draining, perhaps.
Yep.
Hey, man, kill him with the Bob trigger. We all know that that's what the stream wants to see.
That definitely would be great.
Death by Bob.
And not
Or
Bob
maybe
Womp.
not. Maybe he's just making a lot of...
I wasn't tearing into Chris.
Just continues drawing cards. Also, one of my favorite things to do in Magic.
It's the best thing to do. And it looks like we do have a lightning bolt here from Chris.
And an attack for what's most likely lethal. Oh, I think we're just making mana instead.
No,
Oh, looks like he
looks
reached
like
his
it was
life
an
then.
attack.
Why would you not block with the Bob?
I mean, how's he going to
Because
jump?
he is going to flip up Bloodbraid Elf like a man and just take it.
Take it, go to 4, draw
That's-
land, get Pernicious Deed, and then deed for 1. Oh, so it looks like he's going to go land into
I
another
actually
Dark
can't
Confidant?
see what the cards are because the stream went full potato.
Full potato.
Not half potato, full potato. Oh my god.
I
Let's play the
have
second Bob.
I have this weird. I'm less likely to die to a Bob the more Bobs I have in play.
Yeah, I also have that feeling. I mean,
I've
obviously I'm not
never-
going to take a bunch off both of them.
I've never died when I've had 3 Bobs in play. I've never died to Bob. I've won every game.
Did you get 3 extra cards?
But I've definitely.
How do you lose
died
when you're
to
drawing
one
4
Bob.
cards a turn?
I mean, you only have so many 3 and 4 drops, right?
It's true. And you have so many lands in your deck.
Yeah. Ooh, looks like we do have another follower. I'm sorry I missed it. But whoever was just following us, thank you so much. We really appreciate it here at Snapcasters.
Is that the second Bob? I really can't see.
I believe it is. It looks like it. I don't know
I approve of this
what else
play.
it would be.
Can't
I also
possibly
approve
lose.
of this play.
Except he's probably going to lose. Things are looking
Unfortunately.
pretty grim.
I mean,
There-
the cost of drawing those extra cards is losing, but it's a cost we'll pay.
Well, especially considering he just played a Cradle.
Ooh, that is a lot of mana.
So he can proceed to just do ridiculous things that elves do.
Yep, with so many symbiotes and Korean Rangers, and with that Elvish Visionary, he's going to be able to draw a lot of extra cards this turn if that's what he wants to do. If not, it looks like he could just attack with all his creatures, and that would probably be the game, right? Unless he wanted to maybe activate some Death Ray Shamans, or...
Looks like Chris is trying to respond to... Oh no.
He's responding to a death rate activation, I
Yeah.
do believe. And then they let it happen.
Yeah. Wanted to make sure he kept his Punishing Fire. Not that I think it's going to matter this game. Things look very grim. Seven mana from the Cradle.
7 green mana floating.
Yikes. Is Craterhoof just 8 or 7?
It's 8.
Justin, are you still in the chat? We need a ruling.
For what? Oh, for the more Bobs.
More Bobs equals less life loss.
I'm just saying that's my personal feeling. I have never died with 3 Bobs on the table. 2 Bobs.
And I don't think we're saying less life lost. I'm just saying we're more likely for you to win.
No,
Or less
I felt
likely
like
to lose?
No, I actively feel like I'm going to take less damage if I have more in play.
Alright, well, looks like we got a bold decision here from...
Well, if Chris doesn't have to block, we'll see who's right.
And it's just gonna go Bloodbraid, Bloodbraid.
It's going to go
Probably.
land. I definitely hit Bloodbraid Thunderball on a turn one time in Modern. I won that game.
Always good.
I believe the glared card is a forest or a wirewood symbiote.
There were lots of Wirewood symbiotes down at the bottom of the screen in the glare area.
Yeah, in the glare zone.
Similar to the red zone, but more
It's
dangerous.
just the top right corner of the screen. Middle of the screen.
The glare,
yeah.
I like it.
the glare. Yeah. God, we're not fulfilling our obligation of excellent puns.
Yeah, last week we weren't too hot on the puns.
Last week? Yeah, we tried to keep puns to a minimum.
We were on a tight ship here.
Yeah.
That's all
I
it
mean,
is.
we have to if we're going to bring you the gold standard. My personal feeling is that 2 plus 2 equals 5. I'm not wrong. That feels like 2 wrongs.
Chris is probably gonna try and use his Punishing Fire here.
Yep.
Or
Yeah, The stream is a little mashed potatoes here.
Oh my
on
god, it is
Sketch
Ren's
Chat.
Run Packmaster. That card is so good.
What does that do?
Ren's Run Packmaster. It's a 4-mana elf warrior. It is a 5/5. You champion an elf when it comes into play. And it's 3 mana, put a 2/2 wolf token into play, and wolves have death touch.
Certainly.
It is in fact a
it's
wolf
good.
lord.
Well, that card will certainly do some work. It looks like Chris is really in need of a pernicious steed here.
A miracle bonfire.
Bonfire would also do quite well.
Toxic Deluge for 2 might do it,
Land.
but
Land. Oh.
I don't know what that is. That's a 2-drop of some sort?
It looks like a Baleful Strix, but I